Woo! Won't he do it? Appreciate Yahuwah for everything he's done, everything that he's doing, everything he hadn't done, and everything he ain't gonna do. I appreciate him for all of that. I appreciate him for the way. Isn't that right? I want to make sure that this is something that we really set our minds to. Looking at, we're making preparations. Whether y'all watching or whether you notice or not, the end is near.
Yes, sir.
That's true. Whether people want to acknowledge, the end is near. And we working to, at best, Yahuwah see fit to let us all get out of here. Make it out of here, and that's with the Ruach HaKodesh.
Yes, sir.
People don't want to acknowledge or look at it because, you know, summertime coming, spring break. You see, ain't nothing working out for them the way they expected. It's probably the worst spring break they ever had. Look at it, gas went up on them and everything else happened. Some went out and got stuck and prices went on them coming back. It's bad. They hoping the summer gonna be better. Ain't gonna get no better. You know, I told them what's gonna happen. Said, cause iniquity shall abound, the love of many gonna wax cold. And that man, he told you, evil men and seducers gonna wax worse and worse. He said they're gonna be deceiving and being deceived. I appreciate Yahuwah today, just for today. He saw fit, that's not my testimony. And I'll be honest with you, I appreciate Yahuwah for allowing to come out a high time from the Moed, but at the same time, we gotta look at how we gotta halak now. It's very important that we pay attention to what we're doing. And I tell y'all, this is the truth. For those up there, whether you pressed or not, it's still a situation where, you know, you got to make decisions. They can cut it down. They can cut it down. They just cut it on. It wasn't too bad. It's bearable. But while we got this opportunity to change, it's the best time for us to make preparation, make sure we get it right. Especially my young people. Don't make that decision the way you ignore it and you don't pay attention to it and they come back later and it be the thing that fall to hurt you. While you got opportunity, while you in your youth, this is the time he said you supposed to zakah him.
Right.
He said before the Rosh Hashanah come. That's something I pull out for y'all all the time, that y'all was zakah. That's what he told me to do. If you do it, it's gonna be a benefit to you. It's gonna be a liability to you if you don't do it. If you zakah him now, it's gonna be some day gonna come. You're gonna need to make sure you acknowledge him now, because when them evil day come, he said you ain't gonna have no pleasure in the members.
Yeah.
Them old knees there. How many of y'all got knee problems now? No knee problem? You got knee problems? You don't have. How about back problem? Back problem? You don't want to know what it's gonna be like as you get older.
Come on.
Y'all got them now, man. We ain't have, you can wear little stuff like that out. That's why we gotta remember now. Ain't that right? Make no mistake. This thing coming to a close quicker than what everybody believe. This Romans 15:4, listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
That's right, what came before this? What happened?
Nikatab to Lamidas. So that through endurance and through the Nakumas of the Ketubim, we might have Tikva.
Hey, that is true. That's our whole expectation right now. We're looking to make this transformation when he come back. And that's something a lot of us hadn't really, I don't think we really kind of consider the importance of where we need to be as we start to see this thing start to trickle down and come to an end. And it is my total desire that every one of us, those you watching as well, I ain't negating any of you, that everybody make sure that everybody get the Ruach HaKodesh. I'm telling you, everybody ain't gonna make it. I've been honest with you, we're not gonna make it. You're gonna be a part, and you don't wanna be a person he's just using you for now. Then later he'll thrust you to the side. Let's just think about it though. We procrastinated a long time. We played a long time. I know I did. I don't know about I played a long time. I held out a long time. I resisted a long time. I had my own way a long time. And for Yahuwah to be able to have that raham upon me and let me realize that it coming that knowledge, it makes you know where you look at it, you gotta be real persistent now and consistent. And you gotta really make sure you get this and it's just not a fad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is just a time passer. To make sure you get it right, you gotta make sure it's some urgency when it come down to doing this. Y'all got it? There's gotta be some urgency doing that. Be honest, a lot of us are slow to the fact we drag, We're not punctual. Just a lot of things we do. We hesitate on things we're supposed to do for Elohim, but the things we do that contrary, we instant. If we put just some of the hesitation we put in to doing the other stuff that contrary that we do with Yahuwah, a lot of things we wouldn't even do. That's just being honest. When it comes down to what Yahuwah give it do, you got to be instant about this. Let's look at something. Let's say that 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 1. Let's see where they're going. 1 Thessalonians. That's what I want. Yes, sir.
Furthermore, my king,
That's right. Furthermore, brethren,
we call upon you and exhort you in our done Yahushua.
that's how we warn you. We warn you through him. That's you think about when they spoke before, when they would come, they would always say, "Thus say Yahuwah." Isn't that right? They'll let them know that's your warning now. He said, "We warning you through Yahushua." Listen.
That as you receive from us how to halak,
See that? As you receive from us how you ought to walk. What happened?
and to find kun in the own of Elohim
See.
as you halak also.
See, that's something you need to look at, you need to consider. Who do we know, based off of that, we can say who walking was one that was apparent to us that we should have. So I got two preacher hands. Let me see about it before I get y'all. What you got, Ray? Abraham. Who anybody else? Who you going?
Nope.
They were called Nuke, yeah. Called Nuke, because he walked without him, he would translate it. So we really want, and let's see what the name means since we brought up. Let's see what Karnuk name means. Karnuk is, oh yeah, I said Enoch, yeah. Dedicated, trained, or initiated. Karnuk implies setting someone or something apart for a specific purpose or inaugurated service. The name appears 16 times. I ain't worried about how many times. Okay, referring to the being a king. Okay, I think it talk about Karnuk. It tell you he was like the seventh from Adam. So we see the importance of why we look at that. This is what we look at. It makes sense. Dedicated, trained. Y'all know that? If you look at a train now, only you call it a train because something follow. You know that? Look when they said they go a train. If it's by itself, it's a locomotive. It's a train because it's got others following behind it. You know what they tell you to do with a child? Train them up. That means they're supposed to follow behind it. So he was trained, and look what he was following. He was following. He wasn't leading you. We know he had to be following behind.
Right.
But it just try to show you the relationship, the very thing that we don't consider, the value of the relationship. Furthermore, you receive Elohim, how we ought to walk. You know what I'm saying? We seen, I think, so furthermore, you received of us how you ought to walk. So you start to watch a pattern. Y'all got it? When Yahushua sent the 12 out, he sent them out to make Talmudim of those which were, students, followers, by them following the pattern that he showed them. And a lot of times we don't consider, as this thing get closer to the end for all of us, you really have to sit back and examine yourself. Relationships, commitment, business, everything you got, and start putting into place perspective what's the most important. Some stuff you just have to let go of, and you have to be willing to just walk away from it. You know, when it comes down to your salvation, I'm just being honest, you got to. Just like Abraham did with his family, he walked away from it. And I know a lot of times y'all hear it all the time, but it's not something that you guys really gonna kind of lay the heart at the first, because you kind of still looking at, you got your own life, and I got my life too, but my life has been embodiment of his word. I gotta make sure it fits into what I'm doing. When it don't fit, now I gotta do something else. Like a lot of times I'm starting to look at, you can exert a lot of energy to some things, and you'll find out you'll waste a lot of energy behind things. You got to start looking at what's the most prevalent or the most, what's where your value at in things. For me, as we get older and time keep going, my salvation is the most important thing, and you guys' salvation. So a lot of things I just move on and do something different. And actually I have to, because it's that important. I can see where you can really entangle yourself with things and people and situations until where salvation is far from you. It really is. A lot of us in here, it's not through the word, But if you look at your relationship, it's a distance from you. It's real far if you look at commitment and how much you're really putting behind it. And now with knowing where we're at and seeing how the world is unfolding before us, and they're not gonna tell you everything. Look, listen, famous people with money ain't got sense. You think I had $175 million, I'm finna go somewhere to get shot. $175 million, I got time to go to a street bar, a titty bar. Man, I have titties all around the wall of the city.
Yes,
Before I
sir.
go somewhere and get shot in the titty bar.
Right.
Casino, I put one in my house and gamble and break myself.
That's right.
Right.
Break myself and put my money. Man, I ain't got
right.
the stuff, but it just show you with everything that we ran out again. Please, that was just figure speak. I'm not putting no titties all around my walls. I'm not. No, y'all heard him? Yeah, I know. You hear what you want to hear. It's just kind of, putting things out in perspective. When it just show you the sense that they have. Yahuwah is showing you everything we run, just like all of us. I want to be a millionaire since I was a kid.
Me too.
I did. I thought $100,000 was a millionaire.
Yep.
You know, I did. I remember that done thing you went 100. I want that so bad. I was gonna move out the house.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pay my dad off and move out here and have some change left.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'll be rich. Everything you strive and you go out there that you desire, you feel like will answer your problem, hadn't answered.
Nope.
But everything it don't answer your problem. If I just had somebody I want by myself, you'll get somebody to find out you're more distant by yourself than you was when you were physically by yourself. Yeah. Because a lot of times what people don't really deal with is the inner man. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to look at in this halak that we're doing, which is this journey that we're taking. We really have to sit back and start becoming more aggressive about how we, kind of take this walk on. When I'm saying being more aggressive, really looking at things you gotta let go. Yeah. And I know y'all hear it all the time, but it's just the truth if you're gonna be saved. But this is what he said. Furthermore, as you receive it was how you ought to.
Furthermore,
Hold on,
my
Can you shut up, lady? Dexter read.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Dexter. Say again. Devin, you want to lead the read? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Lee. He said, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
You ain't got to shout. Go ahead. That man,
Furthermore,
hello, with my white grandmama. That man just. Go ahead.
furthermore, my king, we call upon you and exhort you in our done Yahushua, that as you receive from us how to halak,
So what happened?
and to find the kun in the un of Elohim,
So that to find the con in the una Elohim.
as you halak also.
See that just like as you walk also. Let's see something. See we're talking. I guess what I'm trying to embody in my mind. I'll go with what he told us. Furthermore, let me see what he said. Give me more of that. What did he tell us we know?
Start from,
No, you can finish from where you at.
and to find the kun in the un of Elohim as you halak also, so you should abound and so multiply more.
See that? This is what happened.
For you yada the misbah which we gave
See
you
that?
by the shem of the Adon Yahushua.
So this is important for us, believe it or not, because we're gonna take it again. The type of people that you're looking at. When we look at this, when we look at the word, we gotta start looking at relationship. Can we see what relationship is by definition? Somebody put relationship with Kanut, Enoch. Y'all want to see that for him? That's the white. A relationship is the state of being connected, affiliated, or involved with another person, group, or thing, ranging from kinship or romantic, platonic, or professional association. It signifies a person, people act toward each other, their emotional bonds, and share established patterns of interactions. It's got a lot, they said a whole lot right here. But basically we're looking at the relationship is the state of being connected, okay? So in order for us to stay connected, we have to have that relationship. Y'all got it right? Relationships have to be enhanced, so they grow. There's things you do to enhance a relationship so it'll grow. Just like when a man and woman first dated, just using from dating, it's that relationship. You come in with this right here, the relationship still the same. When you come in with this, what happened to the relationship?
Commitment.
Yeah.
That's right. It becomes more. Now the involvement becomes more because now we bringing something in a value to saying this signifies, the relationship being just between you and I.
Right.
Y'all got it. Now we're sitting it out there where now we're looking at, we have a belonging to one another. Yeah. This right here is somewhat like a symbol. It is like an ox, a sign. You look at a woman's hand, you say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you had you. But like, they could tell, you know what I'm saying, the involvement. Just like with us, because of the dress, because of the diet, because of the teaching behavior. Yeah, but I didn't know you was involved with somebody else. They should notice that, the difference. You know what I'm saying? It symbolizes an involvement, just like when Yahuwah came, he gave Abraham circumcision. It symbolized an involvement. It symbolized an attachment, and a connection. Y'all got what I'm saying? The removing away. Just like we knew with Abraham, what we also knew him as not only by Amanah, but being the Abba circumcision. The circumcision is the removing away of the foreskin, which covers the head for a man. So we start looking at what it shows us again. Eventually, Yahuwah is going to start, say, unveil things to us. Think about it. Why would I keep it covered? I'm revealing to you to come out from your Abba Beth. I'm revealing to you a place that you're going to, that place I'm taking you to is called possessor. So all this makes sense. So this is something that's going to be shown, unveiled to you that you hadn't seen. See, the only thing we look at invisible, just something that's not to the obvious. You know what I'm saying? Not something just kind of clearly find. Being invisible, some people right, you say, I've been looking for your glasses. They be right there. I couldn't even see them. It was invisible. Then some come, you might say, oh shoot, my glasses right here. So now the invisible has become visible. Got it? But this only happens when you allow a relationship to happen. The more we enhance this relationship, the more things have become more clear for us and kind of defining this relationship. Where are we? Are we just kind of like just talking? We friends? I'm telling you what hurt you bad. You go somewhere, you with a girl, you with a guy, you go on, and they say, who that? Oh, this is just my friend. They said, what you say? Y'all let you with a guy, you thinking, and that joker introduced you to something like that. He said, oh, this is just my friend. What you think? You try to play that junk off. You like, we used to be friends.
Right.
Y'all know a girl pull that stuff in your test guy. He just my friend. Oh, he just my ride. I was your ride.
That's it.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
I'm just saying, can you imagine? That's like the ultimate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate it. So now, when we look at this, we want to kind of pay attention to a couple of things that we parallel just based off of what we read. Let's hear if see if it's the 45th chapter of the book of Ra Shyth. Might be what I want, 45. Might be 46 and 1. Let me just see something for a second. Let's see where this goes. How about that? I don't have nothing wrote up, nothing made up. Right. Just kind of see where, let me say this now. There ain't no sin that you try to do it like Malcolm did, write your own stuff and can't read it. Now did he saying I can't? He's saying, no.
Right.
Man wrote his own stuff, couldn't read it. That's all right. We're going to work on that. All right, listen. That a COVID cough or man, I'm trying to lay a cough. Go ahead, listen.
So Yasharal set out with all that he had, and came to Beersheba. And
let's see 45 and 1 there. All right, listen.
Then Yusaph was not able to control himself before all those who stood by him. And he said, have every Ish go out from me. So there was no Ish with him.
Listen.
When Yusaph made himself known to his Akim.
Listen.
Then he gave forth his call in weeping, and the Mishrites Shammah, and the Beth of Pharaoh Shammah of it.
They heard of it. So the whole house heard it, and the Mishrites heard it. What happened?
Then Yusaph said to his Hakim,
what did he say?
I am Yusaph. Is my Abba still alive? But his Hakim were not able to answer him, for they were dismayed at his presence.
Listen.
Then Yusaph said to his Hakim, please come closer to me. And they came closer, and he said, I am your Ak, Yusaph, whom you sold me into Mizraim.
Yeah.
Now do not be grieved and be not angry with yourselves, because you sold me here, for Elohim shalak me before you to preserve Kai.
See what happened? That's the same situation that happened with us. You see what they did? They sold him the same thing they did to Yahusha. We sold him. He was sold. So you can see some of the parallel of the same relationship here. And he let you know for what purpose. Like a time you look at it, don't make sense why he had to die for the same reason. They sold him. And he was almost left for move. It was for a purpose. He said, Elohim shalak me. For what reason?
That there shall be, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure them.
For Elohim shalak me before you to preserve Cain.
See what happened? So everything that happened to him, it happened for a reason.
That's right.
Somebody told us that hands. What is it? Come on, Duval.
Things that have happened to me, rather for the purpose of the gospel.
Good, that means a gospel. Tube news. That man so in the spirit, he's the gospel of God. No gospel. Yeah, right. And he don't have to go get it. Philippians 1 about 12. He said he wouldn't have the Akeem ignorant. Where it reads different, how it writes him. But he said the things that happened to him have happened rather for the furtherance of the tube news. So with everything that happened to Shaul being left for dead, being shipwrecked, going from prison to prison, and then having to go to Rome, he let him know. He said it happened to him for the furtherance. Think about it. He was put into different places. For what happened? Look how far the word gone.
Right.
See, this is what happened. That's why this is important to us tonight. Okay, we gotta keep making this shift that we gonna make it. And I'm afraid time and Yahuwah been tubed us. That war going over there, it should have ended a lot quicker. Not ended the way you thinking. I'm talking about it should have ended with the destruction of him coming back. Yahuwah doing the same thing he did for us that he did with Luke. Yahuwah can't do nothing until we get out that place.
Yeah.
When I said get out that place, I ain't talking about that physical place. I'm talking until we get out of this state we in. Mentally, how we think and how we interact with each other and how we reserve when it come down our commitment with him. Yahuwah been tubed us. That when you talk about Yahuwah, that always got me, when I really paid attention, Yahuwah being raham to him. That he got him and laid hands on him and he pulled him out of there. And a lot of us sitting here, we really have gotten so comfortable, you don't realize it's more to this than what we do. You really have to work on making sure you perfect this walk. Make sure you perfect this relationship. Because in order to do it, you got to understand what a relationship, that's why we looked it up. A lot of stuff we say we use words, a lot of words we don't, you know what they mean if you kind of using a sentence or just based off the whole entirety, you put it together. When you start breaking things down word for word, you'd be surprised how much people don't know. Like looking at then how AI just gave you so many different analogies. I mean, it's a relationship, two people that ain't crazy, stupid. When you kind of look at it, you're like, that's something, it's talking about connecting. Because we're looking at the relationship, how we connected, which is similar to Louis. It made sense. Louis was the only one that could come near to him because of relationship. That's the only people that attached to him. That's what is attached. He said nobody else could come to him but Louis. Nobody. Only Louis could do it. You see what I'm saying? And it was because of the relationship. Louis kept the house. It was because of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was so now for me, become desirous of that relationship, what would I need to do? See, I'm starting to look at all of the capability they had was based upon what? So this is what I'm looking at. I got to start looking at my behavior. I got to start looking at disciplines. Y'all got it? I start looking at commitment. A lot of us, it's things we do, but we're too overly committed to too many other things. Listen, things in life are great to have, but always with things that you get, they come with responsibility and other commitments. So a lot of stuff I look at sometimes ain't for me. Because of all the committing I have to do, and it's going to pull me away in this relationship. This is what you got to look at for everybody here. You don't have to rule out Hakadosh, I'm going to keep it plain with you, okay? You really got to look at your commitments. You can have a lot of forthright things that you're trying to do, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the Yeshua Elohim, it's no excuse. Every one of us is no excuse. See, that's why it's important for you that the bar has changed direction the way it's going. It's more simplistic. That way you really sat down and look at it, though different, you got to be honest with yourself. What's hindering you? What's hindering you from getting it? When it's broken down, you're hearing the discipline, you got an example to follow. You've been taught, you ain't just told something. We looking at this. Let's look at relationship. He's talking about so they would abound, how they should walk, so they could please. All these things make it, it's something I got to kind of put together, and I want to kind of put together and see where it's going with this whole conversation. Based off of our writings, earlier writings. Because remember, what was written aforetime, so it only makes sense what we use. We going back and look at what happened before time. Let's look at this relationship he's establishing. Listen. He's to the 45th chapter. What verse is that? 8, 9?
Verse 6.
Verse 6. Okay,
Yes,
come on.
For the famine had been in the Arats these 2 shanim.
See that? Yeah. See, the famine have been in the Arats for 2 years now.
And there are still 5 shanim in which there shall be neither plowing nor harvest.
You hear this? He said going to be 5 more years. They're not going to plow nor are they going to harvest. That just shows you how severe it got. At least when you plant, you got opportunity.
Right.
He says it's not going to be any planting or harvesting. That means he's getting, this how it made it so severe. It's one thing, some of your crop getting lost. Another thing, you ain't got nothing to plant.
Oh, that's right.
I'm saying y'all up to devastation.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't y'all know this same thing coming back on us again?
Yes,
People have
sir.
no idea. We had some good days, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And now look at your days.
Yeah.
These days coming, man, COVID changed the whole planet, homie.
Whole planet. Yes, sir.
Man, what we used to get, it was stuff ain't even accessible parts. It's like, hold on a minute, how did parts come up missing? Everything changed. I'm telling y'all, listen, people just lost interest in doing it. People lost ability. People started running, going. Yahuwah cut things short. So get what? It was a good thing for us because then that brought us to a more seriousness of looking at how something can disrupt. Like we used to stuff disrupt in other places. Other places run our stuff. Other places here. We watching stuff on the news, a whole bunch of people in Africa with flies. And you said, that's TV, man. Change the channel. Nobody want to look at that stuff.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at it, you try to change the channel. You're like, that's every channel. That's over here.
Yeah.
We see stuff go boom and crack. That's other places. Weather destroying people, that's not here. That's other places. Change the channel. He said, no, the channel is right here where you at. So it's really important for us to realize how far we've gotten off and how much work we got to do to get back. Come on, finish this up. There's a conclusion.
Elohim shalak me before you to preserve for you a remnant in the arise.
Yeah, see what Yahuwah did? Hands. How would he do that? Hands. That's tight. What you got? That's the only way. It's not hard to put together. Listen to people's conversation. How many people were Yusaph? One. He just told you what Elohim did. He said, send me so he can leave you a seed. See, that's our life point again. Just like with us, everybody, I'm watching these kids, y'all the seed. These are things we're looking for sure that he ain't cut us off yet. He left us a seed. That's how we knew. He had left us a seed. That's the only reason we knew. If we didn't, we'd been like Sodom. He was gonna scorch it and we're gonna be a heap like Amorah. See, stuff that y'all don't pay attention to, we have to watch and we have to pay attention to. It's important to us. It's important for us. How Yahuwah work, how Yahuwah move, it's important for you. Listen, your salvation is key above everything else we do. Your salvation. That's why I changed direction. For your salvation, for mine too. This is a part of my salvation. I don't have no salvation that said bump them, forget them, you ain't got that's on them. He don't have that. He said, I don't have no such salvation. Y'all got me? I'm telling you, everything is dependent upon. Just like Yahushua, everything is dependent upon. Y'all got it? Everything, his salvation was dependent on it. He said that Yahuwah wasn't going to leave his Sheol, his Nefesh in Sheol.
Right.
Based off of what? Based off upon him completing the mission. That's the only way. Otherwise, I'll leave you with everybody else. See, it's contingent. All this stuff that we believe that Yahuwah got these people that don't care, that break off from us, don't believe these people. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. You think that man put such an expense on life and to get us to value life was to show us, to give us death. That's the only reason we value life, because of death. That's the only reason you value. It makes no sense to value life except for death. Death being so sudden, death being so immediate, death being so permanent. That's what makes us value life. Think about people say, man, I'm just happy about the day. Because it takes sickness. It takes being hungry to appreciate having food. I mean, it takes poverty to appreciate riches. Yeah. Okay, people don't realize, you don't realize. All these things are essential in our walk. It takes you being without Elohim to appreciate having them. Our people didn't appreciate them until after. It wasn't until after. Y'all got it? It was to being without. Sometime in relationship, it's being without, being disconnected. Y'all got it, not having a relationship that you appreciate the relationship. So now we're sitting down, we're looking at, we've been without the relationship for a reason. So Yahuwah can come to establish the relationship and an appreciation. So when you get it, you look at, you're not trying to serve it again. You're not trying to get in a situation where, you take it as a small thing and you can't get it back again. Yahuwah been tubed to us. Come on, finish this up.
And to keep you Kai by a Gadol deliverance.
You see what he did? And to keep you alive by a great deliverance. Y'all don't think it was. You know how he delivered them? It was Yahuwah had set him up and made him the second high ruler inside of Mizraim. That's how you were delivered. But how did he get the deliverance to you? First, he had to suffer. See, this is the very thing why it's important to look at Romans 15 and 4 a little different. That whatever things are written aforetime was written for our learning, to lumber us, which is to teach us how to become like him. And I have to take that aspect because it makes no sense to give me a book that commands me to do something and it contradicts or is contrary to him. Because of his laws, his rituals, his rights, his do's, his do nots, then these will be all the things that he's doing. And these are all the things he's not doing. So with me completing these or following these steps, then I'm becoming like him. What other aspect will be? Again, it's going back to what he taught. Let us make man our image and our likeness. I know you hear it all the time, but it's time for you to sit down and be realistic with yourself. How far are you, whether off or on to it? Yeah, you went far. Because you got your days, you got your times, you got your situations. And, it's just sometimes, man, I just failed, I missed it. And, I just got to repent later or whatever it is. You can't keep living your life like that. You can't keep living your life like that. I've done it. You can keep doing it, You have to start looking at how far you let stuff go and where you let. That's like me. I had some people, they messed me up on some stuff. And whew, they did, but I handled it and dealt with it. I just, dealt with them and dealt with it. I had to deal with somebody else not long before I came talk with them, try to get something done, a company. Man told me, what are you going to do? I said, listen, I just want to know what you're going to do. Well, no, I can't do nothing. I hung the phone and kept moving. I had no reason to talk to him. I'm going to keep moving. I ain't got time to get upset. Just keep moving. I told him before, I said, I have zero time and energy to sit on the phone and argue with somebody. This is what I'm trying to find you're going to do. We're good. I just keep moving. I ain't got the energy or time. I've been guilty of, I've given too much of my time to stuffing with people. I have. And a lot of y'all gonna be guilty. A lot of you guilty of it. You ain't gonna say it. You do, and it hurts you because you're sitting in a place to where it's a detriment that when you don't start to consider your nefasha enough to look at, why I'm gonna let that attach to me? I can move away from it and let you have it keep going.
That's right.
It's not a big deal to me.
That's
I keep
right.
moving. I told them, I said, well, they messed up something I really needed done. I said, well, they sit here and argue, cuss and go. I said, I ain't gonna change nothing. You done done it anyway.
That's
I
right.
just tell you what I need done. I said, I don't have the time and the energy. I kept expressing my end of what I needed done. They told me they couldn't do it. I was very calm. Well, I don't know, do you ever hear me on the phone talking to them? I don't know if you did, but anyway, I was very calm with these people the whole time, just dealing with whatever. I finally got somebody, they were gonna do something tomorrow. I needed it done. Yesterday I needed it done. He says, no way it can be done. This is how we're gonna do it, this is how we're gonna do it. That's okay. They got me on the phone later, I told her what I had going on, I talked to her. She said, why y'all calling me? She said, y'all need to call corporate. She said, this ain't our problem. I said, and I agree. I said, ain't your problem. She said, what happened? I told her what they did. She said, that's dumb. I said, we singing the same song. She said, they should have took care of that the day. I said, we sang the same song. We're in the same group. So I told her about it. She said, I'm going to get a truck and I'm going to bring it to you. You just have some people that take it off. She was getting off from work. She got off from work. She got off at 1:30. That lady went back to work. She said, I get off. She said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. I got me 2 trucks. She said, you just have somebody get it off. She said, I just don't want to touch it. I'm going to bring it. I see you do it. Got it done, but I appreciate you for the fact. I didn't let them get me stirred up and get me upset and get somewhere with the people. I just let that people going to do what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. I realize you fix what you can fix. Us still let people have it.
That's right.
That be honest.
That's it.
I'm just with people. Listen. Let them have it.
Yep.
I'm just being honest with you. I gave myself to a lot, and I'm being honest. I've been at fault because sometimes you like fueling yourself with that energy. Yeah. I said, man, I ain't got time. Then I'm being with all y'all. Man, where your salvation, where you got to be. I told Chris Day about, I said, remember I said about how bad I want to kill somebody?
Yeah.
No, sir.
What I said? Man, I throw me a Pooh Shice the daddy. But no, but I told him, I'm telling you, sometimes, you do. If you're not careful, you'll invite behaviors, attitudes, and situations. I realized I did that. You don't want to admit it, or people just keep coming to me with stuff, and people, it's really not.
Yeah.
It's what you allow people to do.
That's true.
I realize
That's true.
I got to let you have that. Right. I
Yeah.
can move on and do something else.
That's right.
Like he brought me a situation. I could just messy mess. But I said, I don't want to invite that behavior. It's just, you got to invite it and allow it to happen. It's too easy for me to just like keep moving. I don't have that time and situation to do it.
That's right.
I look at it. It'll be some times I'm sure I'll come up in a situation where I'll be upset, but I want that mindset, and when I do, cut it off and keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
And that's
right.
without no hate. Ain't no, I'm just not gonna talk to you no more. I don't have that energy. Just my energy is move from and be done and keep moving, because I don't want to invite it. I don't want you. I'm looking at again. If we sat down and be honest with ourselves, we have invited a lot of our situation.
Yeah.
Anybody else agree with that? I
Yes,
can.
sir.
If
Yes,
nobody
sir.
else do, I'm talking about me.
Yes, sir.
I invited a lot of my situation, and you need them, and so you can say somebody, and you know what I'm saying, folks, and actually, what's gonna change? People.
Right.
Since I know they're people, why let them get that clothes or let them get that door? Move and do something else.
Right.
It's just, I'm gonna tell you what I appreciate the most. I appreciate you who are allowing me at this point in my life to start really valuing my salvation. I'm talking about really valuing it and valuing the people that follow me.
Yeah.
People count on me.
That's right. That's right.
People count on me. And when people count on you, and I mean, mine is based off of salvation. People count. I ain't talking about people counting me at no job and no people count on me to count. I'm talking about people counting on me. The man put me in a position, my honest, polite Elohim is I don't fail him, I don't fail this synagogue, I don't fail my family. That's without, and I don't ever want to forget that commitment. I don't want to, if I do, I ain't know if I do, this is but then I know I have to have an intent behind that. See, what we don't take seriously, because we living, we healthy enough that we ain't dead yet, but everybody's sick enough to die. We've taken for granted the time he's allotted us. Listen, this thing wind up faster than what you thinking, and a lot of us ain't gonna make it, but I'm gonna do the same work because I'm coming into the realization of this is critical. Yahuwah don't just move people out the way for no reason. He moved people for a reason. He allowed change to happen, just show you how he works, how he unfolds things. People you might love, attach to, and you'll make commitment with, sure, they're blockers. They're blockers. I know a lot of people, I sure hate people, this anybody. Yahuwah got a purpose. You him, right? Why are you him? Why are you him? What's your commitment? People got the same opportunity choices to make that you make. People in different places. Of course they'll tell themselves something. You gotta tell yourself something. But let's just be honest. It's the word. Submit ourselves, and that's the hardest thing for everyone. Ain't just talking about staying him. It's hard to submit yourself just on a daily basis of things. You always looking at, well, if this wasn't here, what I could do. Like just say the Moab. If the Moab went here, I could have made some money. But it probably could have been money, could have ended my life. Because it couldn't have benefited me if this is what I'm coming to realize. Trying to still go and do my thing with his thing has been a hamper in my life. You know what I'm saying? Showing where you try to, like I said, burn at both ends instead of looking at, I giving you rest for a reason. I know it's a lot of things that look like you're missing that you losing out on you got, but everything you got, and that's something I really had, you could say that, everything I got come from him. Yeah, you say that, but he said, when it come down, I tell you, stop. It's for a reason. You don't know what's waiting for you. And because I set this aside, this the very thing set aside to save you. The fact that when Yahusha came and saved us, we're doing a Moab. How important is these Moabs to make them? Had he not made it? So when you give it to me and give it to us, you give us an opportunity to have the same obedience. Y'all got it. They have that same willingness commitment, but it got to be a relationship. And I'll be honest with you, these things don't become important to you until you start looking at a relationship. That's like my kids. Why would I want my kids to look at me and be home? Why would I want my kids to look at me and see me as a faith? I want my kids to look at me and you want your kid to come like, Dad, come. You're like, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? That should be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for his appearance. I'm waiting on Dad to come home. That's a good thing for me. The person that's been provided, the person that's been protecting, the person that's been keeping us. I have to see him in the same toll in a relationship. But the relationship has to be established. And when you establish that relationship, there are other things you got to put aside. Come on, finish this up. Let's see where we're going.
Now, it was not you who shalak me here, but Elohim. And he made me a Abba.
How many people don't put y'all in a bad situation? Nobody. Nobody ain't never been put in no bad situation by other people. Nobody ain't never been angry with people putting them in a bad situation. Nobody. That's what the man said.
That's right. That's right.
Listen.
Now it was not you who shalak me here.
You hear that?
That's right.
What happened?
But Elohim.
Let's stop for a second. Let's look at that. Let's see if that's the 38th chapter, I think it is, the book of Ra Shyth. Ra Shyth. Oh, terrible. All right. So that 38 and probably 8, let's say. We're talking about Yehuda.
Yes, sir. We're talking about you. Own it.
39. 39 and what I said, 7. Let's do 7. Let's see. Listen. $39-7. Listen.
Yes, sir. It came about after these events that his Adon's Ishar looked up her to Yusaph.
Oh, so 38 is what I want. I want 37. Let's see. Pay my 38. 37. What am I now? 39?
Yes, sir.
38. Let me see. Now I might need a little break out. Just a break. I better start getting warming. I don't know what somebody done did. And then when y'all pay a gas, that gas will heat up. Starts you looking mighty guilty, you ain't answer. Shamel, you guilty? I saw you looking over there by day now. You tell them guilty folk. If I don't look at me, you can't call my name. Them the very question, you guilty? You ain't looking? That tight. See, don't talk to me for a minute, Malcolm. I'm trying to cover up. Go ahead.
You want to preach on
38?
chapter 30?
38. That's what I want. 37? Yeah, because they moved. 38 is Yehuda. 37? All right, 37. Huh? Around 37, 27. Goodness, that's tight. 37. I'm going to say about 18. Listen. 37, 18. Listen.
Yes, sir. When they saw him from a distance, and before he came close to them,
What happened?
they plotted against him
See that? They plotted against him. What happened?
to murder him.
To do what?
To murder him.
You saw what happened? That's amazing. You saw when they plotted this? They got close? No, they plotted it from a distance. When they came down to Yahusha, this one son they just set up. They saw this coming. See, that's why I told you, when you reading relationship, okay, they find close relationship. Let's look at something right quick. Now read that again. 37, what's that, 37, 18?
Yes, sir.
You give me Matthew 2 and 1. Matthew 2 and 1. Listen.
Verse 18 again.
Yes.
When they saw him from a distance, and before he came close to them, they plotted against him to murder him.
See what they did? All right, let him go in, get in here a little bit. Listen. This is 2. Matthew chapter 2 and 1. Listen.
Now after Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Yehuda in the Yamim of Herodes the Malach, behold, Magi from the Aras of the Kadim arrived in Jerusalem.
How many of y'all don't remember what the Magi are? The wise men. Listen.
Saying, where is he who has been born Malach of the Yahudim?
You see that? Where is he that did what?
Who has been born Malach of the Yahudim.
You see what happened? And what was this again, 2 and 1?
Now after Yahushua was born
See
in
that? Pay
Bethlehem.
attention. After Yahusha was born in the house of bread, what happened?
Bethlehem of Yehuda in the Yamim of Herodes the Malach, behold, Magi from the Aras of the Kadim arrived in Jerusalem.
Listen what happened. They arrived when he was born. Listen what happened.
Saying,
What did they say?
where is he who has been born Malak of the
You
Chaldeans.
said they want to know where is he that has been born the Malak of the Yahudim. Tell me why.
For we saw his Kukab in the Kadim and have come to Shakah him.
You see what happened? Now, they done came here after he was born, which means they did what? They saw it before he got there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They seen it afar off. They were looking at the Kukabim. It already testified to him.
That's right.
That's how quick you got to be able to think and move. Prove your statement.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense. Remember why he was Shalak. See, again, all that you know about Yahushua, a lot of times they gave it to us almost in a fairy tale type
Yep,
way.
that's right.
To where you really don't put it together to really kind of understand exactly to everything they're going to. You remember, we kind of trying folk cry how they did my Jesus, how they did. What about how they did Yusaph? Nobody don't cry about what happened to him, do they?
No, sir.
When he was actually symbolism to what Yahushua did.
Right.
But his testimony that he told you was actually concerning Yahushua's testimony. I just feel so bad about what I did to him. He said, he told him, don't worry about what he did to him. He said, Yahushua sent me for this.
Very low.
So he can preserve you. By a great salvation. How great is salvation when you look at, in order for you to have it, somebody else had to die. Just like when a woman, she have a baby, it's at the point of death. When a woman having a baby, either one of them can walk out of there. It ain't necessarily got to be both of them. It happen every day. Every day, and the world keep turning. Every day. A lot of y'all, then you had 6 twins, or 6. Some of them had, what you got, 5, 6, 5, Sandy, 25. Some others in there, right? 3. Britt and them 2. Britt had both of those out there. She almost bled to death. I remember I almost bled to death. That's just how easy it is. When you have a baby, it's right there. Y'all both struggling. Both of y'all struggling. The mother's struggling, they telling them to push. The baby is in trying to stay, and it comes. Both of y'all struggling for life. That's what the baby been living. You trying to get it out of you is killing you. The baby trying to stay, and both of y'all struggling. Both of y'all are fighting for life. Wow. Why you think the baby, I don't want to come out. You say, you got to come out, it's killing me.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't want to come out. So both of y'all struggling, it can go either way. He'll see fit that he let both of y'all lead out. Happen every day, and the world keep turning. Nobody gonna stop no world because you don't make it, or the baby don't make it. Both of y'all struggling for life. Y'all got it.
Sure.
So here, a man down here, you know what he did? He said, I refuse to struggle with it. I'll let you have it. I want you to live. I could have fought you for it. You wouldn't have won. But I'll let you have it. Y'all got it.
Yes, sir.
He told nobody to take my life. I lay it down. You know what Pharaoh was doing in Mizraim? When we was in Mizraim, when babies were being born, he would take it. He said, nobody don't take mine though. I give it to him. He said, I have authority to do that. To lay it down and to pick it up. Y'all got it? Come on. So let's go back up to what we had, and we can cut it down. Let's go back down to the 37th chapter, verse 18, 19. Let's say 18 again. Come on. Let's see a conclusion. You hot, Mike? And you wore that sweater that you couldn't zip up around your neck. That's gonna be part of why you're gonna be hot. Come on.
When they saw him from a distance, and before he came close to them,
What happened?
they plotted against him to murder him.
You see that? And guess what? We ain't finished reading that 2nd chapter. That's what they did. That's what Herod did. He sent them out. He said, go. He said, find him and bring me back news. He said, so I want to go and I want to Chicago him too.
Right.
See, he saw they were all had been watching. See, unlike you, all these people knew. Even when the time of Musha coming, don't you know what was the big thing? That's when they implemented about killing no babies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
They were paying attention to the signs,
Yes,
the
sir.
odds.
Yes, sir.
They knew that a deliverer was going to be born.
That's right.
Yeah.
They hadn't always had the decree. They knew what was happening. It was time for a deliverer to come. When Yahushua was born, that's what they were killing then. They were killing all the young.
That's right.
They were killing the yarlets.
That's right.
They were killing from newborn to 2 years old.
That's right.
Just to make sure they caught them.
That's right. That's right.
Just in case they missed, they gave themselves a span, newborn to 2 years old. Kill it. See? But this is how we know. So when you really start to read his story, you got to really kind of have knowledge of the Torah so you can kind of see how it kind of walks you through. Come on back to that 37th chapter. 37, where you at now? Still 18? 19, come on.
They said to one another,
What did that say?
here comes this dreamer.
See that? They call him out. What happened?
Now then, come and let us murder him and throw him into one of the pits. And we shall say, and roast of beast devoured him.
See that?
Then let us see what shall become of his Kalamut.
See what happened? Then let's see what's going to become of his dreams. Because he was telling them about stuff that's going to come to pass. Why this important for us? Because he told you if there be a Nabi upon
That's
you,
right.
I, Yahuwah, will make myself known to him how? Yeah, right, on the Kalamut. So that's what they're looking at. He was saying he was a dreamer. They looked at him being a Nabi. We just didn't call him Nabi at the time. Not for him, but we did call Abraham one. Right. When they came to the Malak of Gera, he told him that. He told him to get a man back his Ashar. He said, that man is a Nabi.
Right.
That man gonna pray for you, and that man gonna pray for you, he gonna save your life. All right, I'm telling you, it's important. You ain't gonna believe what happened. Yahusha prayed for us. He saved our life.
Yeah.
He told him that. He said, it wasn't just enough to get back. That man gotta pray for you. So this forgiving people, forgiving your enemy, they ain't nothing new. I ain't gonna pray for nobody to get my wife. I wouldn't typically, let me say before, I wouldn't pray for nobody took my wife and almost laid with her. I wouldn't pray for him. That's just not what I would do carnally, not physically, but what the word constrain you to do.
Right.
Can you imagine you got to pray for that man? That man come and say, man, pray for me. You thinking, man, you had my wife in there. You took my wife. He told him to pray for him so he'll live. They gave Yahusha operation to look at what he had to do. Look what your expectations is. These people took you too. They lay with you, and you got to pray for them. He said, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. What prayer could Abraham pray for them? Kill them all? No. Had to pray for them to forgive them.
Right.
That was after the act. See, all this stuff we don't think a lot about. Let me tell you something, man. It's power in forgiveness. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be here. I pray all the time, all the time, asking, forgive my enemy. I really stopped trying to say that. It ain't him need to forgive my enemy because I was his enemy. He knew how to forgive enemy. I don't know why I thought I was teaching him something. In my mind, I went, you're just supposed to pray for your enemy. Yeah. But I realized, but did I forgive him?
Yeah.
I really did. I really didn't look at how moronic that statement was. I was asking him to forgive people that I had forgave. But at least I asked you to forgive him. He said, did you forgive him? I don't have no problem with it. You asking me to do something, I'm asking him to do something that I got a problem with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm the one that drinking problem. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Listen, why we need to talk about this, why we need to clear it up, we got to fix some things. All of us are at the edge and point of moot. If you don't get it, it's going to be nobody's fault but yours. Now, we spent a lot of time in here over the course of a year. Let's just be honest. Nobody's fault but ours.
Right.
Nobody asked us to get overlaid with this stuff. Nobody told us to get overcommitted with things we got. All this we done, whether we want to tell the truth, well, but it's not the truth. This is something we want to do. Yeah. He told her to have food and raiment, be content.
Yeah. Yep.
He told her how to follow and what to do first. None of us did it, including me. Not one of us did it. And now we overburdened, overlaid, burnt out, at the tip bird explode. Health is shot out the window, and none of it because of him. It's because of us.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, listen.
But Reuben, Shammah, and rescued him out of their hands.
Well, did what?
And said, let us not take his Ka'id. Reuben said to them, shed no dung. Throw him into this pit that is in Bamar, but do not lay hands on him, that he might rescue him out of their hands, to restore him to his Abba.
That's what he was looking to do. He was trying to get him out of their yard, so that way he can give him back to his Abba. Listen.
So it came about, when Yusaph came to his Akim, that they stripped Yusaph of his tunic, the vari-colored tunic that was on him. And they took him and threw him into the pit. Now the pit was empty, no ma'im in it.
That's right.
Then they sat down to eat a meal.
Y'all don't get it, do you? Hold what you got. Say that right quick. Put me in the book of Matthew. Matthew 27. You good now? Was that the gospel? It's on the ground. Matthew chapter 27. Say that 50. No, I'm sorry. Make it Yahuchanan 19. Yahuchanan 19. 30. Yahuchanan they call John. Listen.
Yahushua took the vinegar and he said, finished. Then he tilted his head and his ruach departed.
And what happened?
The Yahudim said, the corpse should not remain on the crucifixion on the Yom of Shabbat, since it was the evening of Shabbat, and that Yom of Shabbat was significant. So they requested for Pelotus to break their legs and to take them down. The military men came and broke the legs of the first one and the legs of the second, who was crucified with them. They came to Yahushua and saw and beheld that he was moved, so they did not break his legs. One of the military Anashim thrust him through with a spear in his side, and Dam and Mayim came forth. The one who saw this testified, and his testimony endures, and he knows that he tells the Amat, so that you also shall Aman.
See, that's important why he had to do it. He said, because you got to believe it. You can't believe a lie and be saved. That's why he knows the truth, because he said, I got to tell in a way the way you can believe it. Listen.
For this was to fulfill the Katab.
See,
a bone shall not be broken of him.
That? Let us know what about him. That's right, he was the word. But he was the Torah, he was our direction and structure, because you weren't supposed to break it. See that? A lot of we weren't supposed to break. That's why we knew. All this was significant, the fact that they sat there and they broke the other two legs in our ears. We also knew we weren't supposed to break the Torah.
All right.
You know, he said, Lo, I come.
Volume of the book.
That's right. What was about him?
Written.
It was katabbed about me. That's why we couldn't break them. It was important. We knew that. We weren't supposed to break it. Listen.
Yet another verse of Katab says,
What did it say?
They shall look intently to him at whom they thrust through.
See that? That's what they were doing. See how they were looking at him? The one they thrust through, all that was important. How they were going to look at him. Listen.
After this, Yusaph of Ramathi came. He was a Talmudim of Yahushua secretly,
Listen.
on account of the Yaldim.
See that? Wasn't known publicly. Y'all don't know. It's other people that stand with us that's not public. What you think having they go public in their position? They won't have them position long.
Right.
What you think they did? They didn't know he was a Talmudim publicly. When the whole thing is predicated on taking them down, keeping their position. Yahuwah got other with us. You just don't know it. Everything y'all don't need to know. There's others with us. We don't stand by ourselves. Listen.
And he requested for Pelotus that he permit him to take the basar of Yahushua.
And what did Pelotus say? No, man, I saw you've been under his tutelage.
Pelotus allowed him.
See that? He allowed him, meaning what? I feel like it's safe. Listen.
So he came and took the basar of Yahushua.
And look what he did.
Nickdamon also came.
That's what I'm talking. My man, come on.
Who earlier had come to Yahushua at Layla, and he brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 litras. They took the basar of Yahushua
And did what?
And wrapped it in burial garments, with the spices according to the custom of the Yahudim for burying the moot.
Listen.
In the Malkum where he was crucified, there was a gun, and in the gun was a new kabar, in which no moot person had been placed in it until then.
Y'all see what they did? Anybody? Anybody don't know? Hands, if you don't know. Interesting. Back over again to 37th chapter again. What verse you left off at? 20 what?
25.
Read 25 again.
Hold on.
Listen.
No, I'm sorry.
24.
24. Yes, sir.
24, listen.
And they took him and threw him into the pit.
They threw him where?
Into the pit.
What was significant about the pit?
Now the pit was empty.
The pit was what?
Empty.
Well, how empty was it?
No ma'im in it.
No people had been in it.
Right.
They're not quick thinkers.
Yeah.
They're really not quick thinkers. The ma'im refer to people. They just told you the same thing when Yosef and them just did then.
Right.
They put him in a place, they said, well, no people had been.
Yeah.
Because it was significant that he measured out to the word. This is why you pay attention. All this was to measure out to the word. It didn't only just vindicate the fact that his mother hadn't been with a man, it was to vindicate the fact that what he just told you, there was no water in the well.
Right.
He was trying to tell you there was no other people there. So it wouldn't have made sense for them to put him in a tomb where other people had been. Because you're getting him to, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
all
sir.
these people are referencing to him. See, this is what you don't realize. A lot of these writers are referencing to you.
Yep.
You just got to decide which side you want to measure out.
That's
to.
right.
Every one of us.
Yes, sir.
Ain't but two sides. You either right or you're wrong.
That's it.
Right.
You either love or you hate.
That's
you either,
it.
You're either a child out of him or you're a child of Satan.
Yes, sir.
Right.
You just got to decide. Out the right, everybody's in the right. I don't know why people say everybody in the right.
Everybody.
He said the sheep gonna be on the right hand, goat's gonna be on the left. Where you at?
Right.
You're in the right hand.
That's right.
It's all about what you're trying to fulfill.
Yep.
Yeah.
That complete. Yeah, bring to completion. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
So you see how important this was. Listen to us
sir.
what happened. Back on the 37th chapter. Where you at, verse 26?
25.
25, listen.
Then they sat down to eat a meal. And as they raised their and looked, behold, a caravan of Ishmaelites was coming from Gilead
What happened?
with their camels bearing aromatic gum and balm and myrrh, going to take them down to Mizraim. Yehuda said to his Akim, what gain that we murder our ox and cover up his dung?
Listen.
Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites and not lay our yard on him.
See that? That's what they did. They agreed on let's sell him over to the Mizrahites and let us not put our hand over this group of people and let us not lay our hands on. That's how we know the Yahudim didn't kill him.
That's right.
So all this was reference. We already looked at it wasn't no profit in it. We looked like it wasn't gonna profit us nothing. We killed him. We tried to conceal his blood based off of Cain, who they call Cain.
Right.
Cause when he killed him, he said, "Your out his dung is crying out from your rocks." We already knew that. Let me tell you something. What hurt us? Okay, what hurt us and him? Actually, we don't actually live to the effects of everything this man said, because we feel like it happened back then, so it's already been completed. You're just coming back and you're playing the same measures. It's the same thing, huh? He said, "As it was in the days of Noah." What did he say?
So shall it be in the business?
For in the day that was before the flood, what were they doing?
Eating and drinking.
Y'all don't eat and drink.
Yes, sir.
And what were they doing?
Marrying, giving in marriage.
How many of them trying to get married? He said they were doing all that before.
Yes,
Other people
sir.
trying to get married.
That's right.
Until the what came?
Blood came and took
took
them
the
all
what?
away.
You the same people. Even Yahusha told her to fill up the measure of your album.
That's right.
All we talked about had we been in them days, what we'd have done. He said, you the same people.
Same people.
Let me tell you something. You looking at yourself because you looking at the writings, you seeing a different structure. You got cars, they had camels. You ain't in the desert. You look like you out here in the city. You don't realize you portraying the same role.
That's right.
You got the same heart.
That's right.
That's the problem. Your heart got to say. That's what I learned. So now, Palau, it's certain things I'm starting to look at that I asked that really wasn't feasible based off of what I asked. Because what do you know?
Right.
I'm asking you to blot out my sins. How? You know how you can do all things. I didn't ask you that. How? How am I going to do that? How? It has to be a life had to be given. It's got to be somebody who was shalak, was sent. How was he sit down to see his king? His Abba sent him.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, I was shalak to you.
That's right.
It's amazing. I need to start saying Yahusha was shalak, who you shalak in the basar, the moot. I need to start remembering that, putting that in my palau. Y'all remember, text me when I forget to do that. You know what I'm saying? And the ransom is Kai.
Right.
By moot, then he had the zarak to become our zabak and our koban so we could draw near.
Yes, sir.
We had to be at the office to have something to draw near.
Right.
We talked about it before in the book of Astar. When the Malak Artaxerxes had set a decree that nobody was to come in. He said, if I ain't summoned you and you come, you die. That was it. If you come and I ain't summoned you, had to die. But she went and she drew near. I don't think it was significant her different than it was with a man, and the fact that a woman can bleed.
Yeah.
In 30 days, guess what she get? She got a cycle. She got a bite. Every woman got a bite. Every Monday Christmas for a woman, she got a bite.
Yeah.
So she could draw near. I mean, I know you look at it that way, but it was significant because she could draw near. You had to have some, see, all this is significant, whether you believe it or not, you had to be able to draw near. So you couldn't do it without a koban, which is a gift, something that allows you to come closer. That's what Yahushua became, as we missed it. He was talking about this, let's see, come to them. We told them repent and be immersed, every one of you, in the name of what? The name of Yahushua for the remission, removal of kata, that you might receive Ra Shyth. So you gotta look at what's gotta happen. The remission has to come in and remove it before you get it. I can't give it to you, you can't get remission. Anybody know anybody dealt with cancer? Anybody familiar with cancer? When they get in remission? When they get in remission?
When they cured.
When they gone? When it's gone? You want to know why you ain't got the Ra Shyth yet? You're not in remission. I got to tell them the truth. You look stupid trying to say you get remission, you still got cancer. Remission is once that estate is gone. You can't be in remission for cancer if you still have cancer.
Right.
The cancer has to be defeated. That's how you in remission. Let's see what remission is. I know it's a little slow for y'all, but I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. They're not gonna make it, because I'm telling you, you don't know what you think you know. You really don't know what you think you know. You have no idea. You say stuff, you don't know what you're saying. How is he gonna do that? He knows how he's gonna do it, but you gotta know.
Right.
It makes a difference when you reference that. I know how you do it.
Right.
Where's Jerusalem coming from? You looking for that hope, that pothole over there? Why you looking at tell me about a new one coming? When I need to be seeking the one over there. He said, that's a new one. This thing gonna be, I tell him where it's coming from. I realize, where you think this coming from? Well, I figured, we'll go back in there and we'll start building that back. I'm gonna tear it down.
Yeah.
He told me, it's gonna be, you build it, I'm gonna tear it down. Why, he not gonna let that stay? If I'm gonna let a new one come down, what's gonna happen with the old one now? Nothing we say, man, because you think about it, you're trying to be technical. What are you saying makes a difference? How you communicate something if you're gonna be effective. We're trying to be effective enough where you communicate that he knows you are trying to obtain the Ruach HaKodesh and you understand the step measures. When I'm asking the man for the Ruach HaKodesh, why am I asking this man that created me a clean and a new law and a Sadiq Ruach? Because it's gonna make a difference. I'm trying to become a child. What did he say about becoming a child? What you had to do? Convert it. We'll look up that word too, convert. Let's see, remission. The cancellation of a debt, charge, or a penalty. How many of y'all didn't know what that was? Didn't know the mission, didn't know that. Cancellation of a debt, a charge, or a penalty. This is what the man said when he put you in remission. We asked for that, for the remission of sin. I ain't put that together to save my life. You just said for the remission of sin. Because sin is a debt. That's why you have to die. It has to be paid. Sin has to be paid. It can only be compensated by death.
Right.
So what allows me not to be in a permanent state of death? I have to be in remission. Debt cancellation.
Yeah.
Where did the debt cancellation come from? So I understand the acts of what he did.
Right.
In order to cancel the debt. Okay. I know. It don't make a difference. So let me ask a question. So why did he write it and why did he say it? If it don't make a difference. All you need to know is he came down and he died. The rest of the word is just rubbish. You're not that stupid, are you? The rest of it gives you more detail of why, how he actually looked at it. You see what I'm saying? What was his thinking? You got what I'm saying? What was his thinking? You know what I'm saying? This is important. What was his intent? I need to know, what is your intent? Because he's checking my intent. I want to be saved. I want to see how exactly you're trying to do it. How is this going to be? A lot of y'all are asking things that's really impossible. I'm going to help y'all out. A lot of y'all watching and him, it's not possible. It's not possible because you don't really understand what you're asking, because that takes a real thorough investigation and commitment. That's a lot of changing. That's a lot of putting away attitude. That's a lot of putting away a lot of things. You got to be good with a lot of stuff. You got to be good with a lot of stuff, even when it don't favor you. Just got to be good with it. A lot of stuff that run my mind, I just can't let that do that. I really got to keep my mind stayed on what I'm stirred and staying on what I'm doing. Because sometimes you got to agitate it. That's what you do when you come back and you keep thinking, I'm trying to agitate it. I'm trying to stir it, become dumb. If I make some Kool-Aid, I want to be sweet, I put the sugar in the bottle. In order to get it, I'm going to have to agitate it. I'm stirring till it get all the way. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to stir it till the word get through me completely. And that's what you got to do. A lot of y'all don't agitate. You let the wall, you let the ball come and it just falls.
Right.
Without agitation.
Right.
Situation can cause agitation.
Yeah.
Y'all got it? Situation can cause agitation. Huh? All agitating ain't a bad thing. When a man laid by the pool for 30 days, what happened to the mind? They're agitated. See, it can be a good thing. Stop looking at everything being trouble, being the worst thing in the world to you. The worst thing in the world for you is to die and not have the Ruach HaKodesh, but you're living now. You're getting an opportunity to sit down and talk and consider and strategize on what you need to do differently.
Right.
How you got to change your outlook on the Ruach HaKodesh. How exactly do you obtain the Ruach HaKodesh? Now, when I told you about, he told them, first of all, they need to get a debt cancellation.
Yeah.
So you can receive the Ruach HaKodesh. Then he told you there was something that was given you. What was that? The who? What did he say? Another man. What you say? We couldn't hear you. A willing man. No. He said the promise. Y'all go back to the Shabbat, what the vow was. It was unto you. So now, if you look at that, that's important for you, for the promise. So the promise was to who?
You and your Benin.
Who was the promise to?
Abraham and his
Abraham
seed.
and to his seed. It was to Abraham, it was to his seed. That's who it was to. It was to Abraham and it was to his seed. You see what happened? That's who it was to. It was to him, it was to his seed. Y'all got it? That's important for you to understand the promise was. Then he said it was to all of those, because he was by that one seed, he was going to establish all this. One seed that you put in the ground can grow and become Ephraim. You know how we saw, how you had to look at remission? Manessah. You know what I'm saying? He make you forget all your, because if you forget all the toil,
Right.
I cancel the debt. That's Manessah. So y'all got to start thinking. I'm telling you, you got to see stuff a certain way. See, when Yusaph came not having vision, yeah, he could still see. When he brought his sons to him, he settled and put them between his knees. He had Ephraim and he had Manessah. And he tried to give him Ephraim. He told him no. He tried to give him Manessah. He told him no. He tried to let him know how it got to be first. First, you got to forget all. He tried to give him Ephraim. He said, Manessah, you got to forget all your toil. Then Yahuwah make you become fruitful. That's how we understand how we become productive. See, if in order to forget, it has to no more be in your thinking pattern. Right. It's no more in your memory. Got it? That's the way he's trying to get you to look at sin. Debt cancellation. It can't be in your operations anymore. That's how you get Ephraim. You become fruitful.
Yeah.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
All of this is important for you because a lot of stuff you're doing, I know you saying, I know this, you really don't know, because once you really break it down and dissect it, then you start to look at things differently.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff you want to do, a lot of things you want to happen, but it's a lot of things that had to be constructed. You had to get fruitful, then you forget. Watch how it begin to work for you. Ain't that right? See, when Yahuwah start working in your life, I said a little different. Actually, he'll make you become fruitful so you can forget all your trouble. See that when he started to let things start to happen in your life, just like for me. When I told you a lot of things, people I started forgiving and letting go, I ain't just started doing that. I had to get Ephraim first. Let me help us out. Why? Darren owed me $5. I need that $5 so bad. I'm just going to let that go. I need that $5. Why would I let it go? It's not impressive. But the Bible say, okay. And it still said, right. I want my $5.
That's right. Yeah.
Until Stasia come up, she gave me $3. Daniel give me 20. Micaiah, 50. He said, Micaiah said, use somebody else. I don't want you to have me for no money now. Lanita, she come up, she give me $20. Rachel, who raised me. She come and said, I've been saving it. I know your mama. I would tell when your mama gave away your $5, kept your $5. I got another $5. Now we started to add this up. I still got time to hold that $5. You know what happened?
Yeah.
Why? But why?
You got proof.
Think about it, but what were we taught? It don't matter, you're supposed to forgive them.
Right.
It don't matter, you're supposed to forgive. Just think about that. Is it logical? Yeah. Is it practical being a man? It's only practical if I gain. So guess what happened when he looked at people trying to seek his life? What if I gain eternal life? How am I feel about that? Like, think about what? Think about it. Yahusha forgave us for taking their life. Why? It's only because he gained what? Life eternal.
Yeah.
See, the stuff he asks you to do, you got to start seeing a prophet first. Okay. This makes sense.
Yes, sir.
People just, I'm guilty. That's just what the work. If I don't understand the operation, I ain't going to be genuine. Forgive Lanita for what she did. I'm okay. But I ain't genuine. I ain't genuine unless I understand. Unless he make me Ephraim, I ain't going to be honest with you. I can't Manessah. Don't try to make that tomorrow. We're going to work on that. Unless you make me offer ring, I can't Manessah. Huh? And with Yahuwah word, I can't wrestle. That'd be a gag. But no, that'd be not fatale.
Yeah.
Huh? Not fatale, I can't wrestle. I say about that, don't do it, Jared. Get your mind back in that gutter. Mind in the gutter. That bad man been delivered, I'm telling you to go back to the gutter. No,
Yeah.
I'm messing with you. But y'all understand the process?
Yes, sir.
How we looked at things. See, now guess what? It's so imperative and important that you acknowledge the things of Elohim. What we've been trying to get is just read, quote, and not actually put into action. Yahusha had a lot that happened. I mean, Yusaph had a lot that happened to him. You just don't let stuff like that go. When we come back to look at that conversation, listen, I've been hated, disbelieved. My own mother and father hadn't really believed me. I got my brothers don't look, and they look at me as an enemy, and they sought to take my life. And they put me on a hole, and there was no water. Then they took me out and they sold me off. When I get here, then I wind up getting accused of something, and all I can think about is, had the first act not happened, it wouldn't have been a second act. That's the truth. Y'all don't believe that? If the first act wouldn't have happened, it wouldn't have been a second one.
That's right.
That's what we know. If it had not been no Adam, it wouldn't have been no Yahushua.
That's right. Yep.
What would have been the purpose of it?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So guess what happened? So because of the first act, it left us with a debt.
Yeah.
The second act came in for the cancellation.
Yeah.
That'd be Ephraim.
Yeah.
That'd be Ephraim and Manessah.
Yeah. That's right.
That's it. Make you forget all about that. It's some stuff, man, I battle with in my mind and battle with. Sometimes I start crying. I ain't never crying because I'm sad and feel like I've been doing something. No, that ain't nothing to me. I'm just blown away with. I just never would have thought. I always thought like the best things were like getting money or getting something new. That's how I pretty much look. Like, you got something that's happening or going somewhere, just looking at how people talking about the goodness of the Lord, how people, he good. But I ain't never get like, well, something had me emotional, choked up about because I never understood how it worked. So now in understanding operation, realize I don't have to get in there. It's what he already gave me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's what he already gave me. I'm just trying to catch on what you gave me. I used to read years ago, my cup runneth over. Man, I ain't understand that stuff. I'm thinking somebody pouring something. But he was. Shower me with his ahava.
Yeah.
My cup run. Sometimes I get up, my cup run over. Daddy, you get so full, they're like the cloud, I gotta leak.
Yeah.
I appreciate Yahuwah. And it's the fact that he patient with us to make sure we really grasp these concepts and realize, man, we've been off. But you wouldn't know you were off unless he came and showed you what on was. Yeah. Come on, finish this up. Well, you said the 38th chapter.
37.
37. Jump on back over there 45. Jump back over there 45. Where you left out by verse, where you left out 9 or so? Y'all give me a little time. I know it's Shabbat. I know y'all tired. But I'm going to tell you what we got to do, though. I'm being with y'all. We behind. We behind bad. Because I'm telling you, you don't know what you think you know. You really don't know what you think you know. And I'm really by the Yahuwah, it ain't by me, let's be honest. Nobody, how many of y'all thought about putting together what I just told you? Why you got to get Ephraim with him in order to get Manessah? You got to start to see the tubeness of Yahuwah. Man, it don't make sense. You know how many times I fake forgave people? I was honest, but it couldn't be honest and genuine unless I seen the Barak of Yahuwah. It couldn't. Some got to come and be able to overshadow, to overtake to where that's a small thing. I type of man, how I'm going to be able to forgive people? Watch how I make you prosper. Look how I make you fruitful and how I make you productive. Man, I'll pull you out. It'll be overrun to where, in fact, you won't even waste your time with it. I set in my mind wrestling how I'm going to be able to do. If you continue in my dabarim, he said, you're going to be my Talmudim. You're going to know the Amat. The Amat going to free you. Yeah. I always refer back to Shalom. To Shamshun. How he knew the truth, man. This can't hold me. I let a lot of situations, I'm guilty of letting a lot of situations hold me. And I was beholden to them situations. Yeah. I was just as much addicted to the situation that I got into as the situation were occurring in me. Yeah. I caused the occurrence. Yeah. I could have went the other way. I could have done something different. Yeah. But you don't know until but I had to have that mind for Yahuwah to show me the difference.
Yeah.
What am I comparing with? He said comparing Ruachni with Ruachni.
Yeah.
How am I do that if I don't know Ruachni? How am I compare Ruachni with Ruachni when I don't know Ruachni? It's going to be a problem in discernment.
Yeah.
All right, come on. This ain't for everybody, just the congregation.
Yes,
Sir.
Listen.
Verse 8.
Yes.
Now it was not you who shalak me here.
You hear that? Now, according to what we read, that's who sold them off. And that's who put them in the hole.
Right.
That's who sold them off.
Right.
Who you gonna blame, Lee? If you get thrown in the hole, who you blame?
Once he threw me in
Somebody, you ought to go do something, you wind up getting locked up. Who you gonna blame? Who got you locked up?
Right.
That's common sense. You with Austin, Austin did something, you got caught, he told, you wouldn't have went to jail, it wasn't for Austin.
Right.
This man just came and told him don't blame yourself. Now I tell you, when you wasn't the one that came, they wouldn't have popped up over there. Not when he was sitting in that jail cell. I guarantee it'd been a different conversation. They popped in that jail, he the house man. They'd got shanked.
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of, that'd be practical.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in jail. Two dudes come in here, they got me locked up. I'm the house man in jail.
Right.
They're not gonna be good. Cause based on my current situation, you tell me on time, forgive them. They know not what they do. I'm not even Manessah. I'm still remember my toil.
Yeah. That's right.
Unless Yahuwah make me Ephraim, I'm not forgetting. Let's be honest. You've been asked to do something you really hadn't understood. The only reason I realize now I'm able to move into a state of forgiving people moving on, it is because I'm starting to recognize the truthfulness of Yahuwah. Yahuwah had Baraka me. I ain't talking about financial, nowhere in the financial here. But I'm good enough that I can eat what I want to eat. I'm good enough I can sleep, I can go home. I'm good enough tonight, I ain't got to worry about nobody with no sign of my stuff sitting in the front yard. I'm good enough today. Y'all hear me? That's all because of Yahuwah. And because he let me sit down and start to consider some things. You have to see other people. I think it was Greek. Greek took a picture of somebody's stuff sitting in front of her. Man, at night, think about that stuff. You can't go back in. Your stuff, you can't go back in there. That's criminal. You folks randomly through your stuff. You got to get your stuff from out here on the street to take it where?
Right.
Who you know got room enough to hold a house full of stuff? And 9 times 10, and you ain't got money to pay your rent. You ain't got money to pay no storage.
Nope.
Man, just think about if you got kids, just the whole situation.
Oh.
You get home and you realize you knew it was coming, but you didn't think today.
Right.
And now you got to come up with something now. Kids getting out of school, they get out in front of the bus. Y'all got in front of the bus, all y'all stuff sitting outside. You can what y'all do? This ain't no big thing. That don't shatter your world for a minute.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother you? Makai, you get out the bus, you right in front of your house? Yeah, wouldn't it bother y'all? Yeah, why wouldn't it? Only reason you get off it ain't cause of Yahuwah. Ain't cause my mama work hard, my dad work hard. Ain't cause that. Them folks, just because them people outside don't mean they don't work hard.
Right.
Yahuwah said, I just worked against you.
That's right.
Yeah.
You worked against me, I worked against you too.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna believe it. And I prevail. And I prevail. Everybody said, man, every one of us a day away. You ain't, listen, you can pay your mortgage. What you do, you go home right now. Everyone but you go home, get your house burned to the ground. What's your first course of action? Joanna, first course of action. Go to your other house. Get an apartment right there that night. Tamiko, you go home right now, burn down. First course of action. Lanita, first course of action, burn down. Why John can't pee? That's all I'm saying. John the pee will be out here. But don't get me wrong. And I just asked them, any one of us, man, people think they got together. You got together just to associate yourself.
That's true.
Yeah, who will keep us together?
Right.
That's right.
You sit, that happen all the time, every day. Listen, every day, ain't a day nonstop. Somebody's stuff ain't burned out. Somebody
day.
put out the whole night, every day. He just see fit ain't us.
Every day.
And with this economy, ask yourself, why ain't you?
That's right.
If it ain't you today, what day coming?
That's right.
Right.
This happen. This every day,
Every
all
day.
day. Man, major city streets,
Yup.
sidewalks.
Yup.
They can't get sidewalk. Major cities.
Yes, sir.
Major city. We ain't talking about unknown bridge, no I-20. Major city, whole sidewalk.
Whole sidewalk.
People sleeping right here.
That's right.
People ain't down
Yes,
that bush.
sir.
These folks, I'm gonna sleep right on this street.
That's right.
I'm not going to bum sleep right here in the street. You want to walk around me, bro?
That's right.
Man, ain't nothing but Yahuwah. I don't look down on people, man. I'm looking to Yahuwah.
Yes, sir.
With everything you got, I'm telling you, every one of us, we had, that started me, we haven't been grateful for what that man done. That man allowed us to have a move here. We wanted him broke down. We weren't eating out no garbage can. We had to hear the word. We had to fellowshipping and fellowship. I know it's a small thing. Yahuwah saw fit. He said, these are my mu'eh.
Yes, sir.
He let us keep his. We weren't keeping our own.
That's right.
He said, these are mine and you should keep them.
Yes, sir.
That means you're supposed to regard them.
That's right.
We regard them and Yahuwah regarded us. That's why you got up today.
That's right.
That's why he kept you. He said, you regard me, I regard you.
That's right.
Not of that, and regarding him not just with the mu'eh, it's because he got other writings. Yeah. It's regarding all his writings. When you look at a man or woman regarded right, why wouldn't I regard you? Why wouldn't I keep you? Why wouldn't I keep your kids? Why wouldn't I keep your marriage? Why wouldn't I keep your house? Why wouldn't I let your car run to safety and don't go over a bridge or you fall asleep and go down in some wood or hell? Why wouldn't I regard you? And if so happened that you did went off a bridge, I kept you. Yep. That's how we got to look at me. I ain't just keeping Yahuwah to keep me living. I'm keeping Yahuwah to keep me when I die. Yeah. I ain't got past that. I'm already living. He already done that. I need Yahuwah to go with me when I move. I'm coming into the grips. I understand something. I have many times how to keep me living. Come on, at some point, where practicality at in there? Are we being practical? Are we being practical seed? Let me ask y'all a question. You hungry, starving. How many of y'all been so hungry? That's it, you can eat a horse, whatever. You got a seed. Seed don't want to die. But if you plant that seed and you put that seed down, you can crop and you can live. What you do with that seed? You gotta plant. What if the seed don't want to die? It's essential. It's essential. Y'all hear me? It's essential that I gotta move. Every one of us, it's essential. We gotta move. I need him to be with me. And I ain't never done that before. It's stuff I've done before. Sometimes where I do it, I say, I ain't never done it before. I just want to say, I got to set my mind. I ain't never died before. I gotta do it. I'm trying to prepare my mind. Sometimes I do stuff. I have a reason why. I do stuff. I say, let's do it. I ain't never did it before. Because I got to get my mind set. I ain't never died before. And that's been a big hindrance for me for a lot of years in past. So, and it's still, not without result. It's supposed to be. But it ain't what it used to be for me. I just know you just got to be ready. Yeah. The only way you can be ready to be right. The only way you can be right, you got to measure out with the word. I got to have, what's your honest intent? Everybody want to be saved if it's a dying situation. Sometimes people, you saved me that time. He pulled me out, whatever it might be. I'm looking for him to pull me out. I'm looking for him to save me. But I got to be practical. Y'all got what I'm saying? I got to be practical. It's got to be feasible. He got to see where to work out to be a benefit to him. He a businessman. Save me doing, and if he saved me, how you save others? When Yahushua came, they asked him to save himself. It was after he had did what? What you doing for others? I got members, to be honest with y'all, like y'all, you just you really just more benefit to yourself in a way. That man was saving other people. That's right. Before he looked at seeking salvation for himself. Right. He said, looking down the things of ourselves, but on the things of who? Others. Yep. That's contingent. Because the only way to be like him is not, we read, the Bible says things. Based off of what, though? Based off of what concept? Yep. Right. Mimicking who?
Yep. Yeah. Right.
You said mimicking the work. That's what Yahushua was.
Right.
Y'all he was the exact replica. He said, this is it in the flesh. This is showing a man or woman how to live and conduct themselves in the flesh. Man, you got written word. That don't tell me really how to work in the flesh. You can tell it to me, but I ain't never operated in it. It's some stuff they can give you some direction and instruction on. You still can't do it. You said, if somebody's short, tell me I can do it. Now, have you ever seen that before? You might be able to catch you ring, but if somebody's short to you, you can get it. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And some people can read and can catch on to it, and there's other people, show it to me. Show it to me, I can do it. I got to see a man come down and walk and demonstrate in the bazaar. I'm going back and reading the letters and seeing how he kept himself. This is how you obtain it. Listen, we far from where we need to go, but we're closer than where we've been, okay? There's a lot we're going to have to change. Husband, wife, there's a lot we got to change. We really got to start looking at what is the game in weighing you down and weighing you out and beating you up. Man, this becomes to be a self problem. This is a self problem. We got to get out of self and start looking at how we work together. Listen, working together, listen. I don't want to put nothing on you that's going to distract you and pull you away from salvation. Don't put nothing on me going to do the same.
That's right. That's right.
That's just being honest. When both people make the plan of salvation, how can we operate?
That's
When
right.
we do that, that means we can't be together. No, we should be working together better.
That's right.
Because the word will put us on how we supposed to lock together, how we supposed to work. Just being honest, we really got to look at this stuff. How we doing this? Salvation, I know what I'm saying. Listen, I really don't believe we really consider how important salvation is. That's above your situation. Think about this with Yusaph. The kind of man, why would I forgive my brother? If my brother did stuff like that, been with you, I don't want nothing to do with him. How many of y'all got family members that did stuff and you don't fool with them? Come on, we got, how many of y'all family members threw y'all in the hole? How many of y'all family members tried to kill y'all? How many of y'all family members sold y'all off? You see what I'm saying? And for us, it's like, I can't forgive them. That's just, I don't fool with you. I just don't have no liking for you. That man, brother, did all that to him. And that man was able to forgive him based off of what, though? The concept of being Ephraim. Looking at how Yahuwah had Barak in. I don't want to lose my estate. It might be like a small thing, just to be able to keep you in a mindset and in a space to where the word comes. Yeah, I know you get off. Everybody can get off. That's what the word comes to get you back on. That's Yahuwah considering. You know, sometimes I can't believe I was off. You should believe the fact that he let you know. You know how many people operate? They don't even know they off. A lot of people going there, you can't tell them they ain't off. You can't tell them folk they ain't right. Why they ain't right? That's what you say. All we're doing is looking at the word. We're looking at actions and reactions. We're looking at consistency. Huh? We're looking at all this is important because you're trying to measure out your salvation. And when you start measuring out your salvation, you got to really start. Let me tell you something. For someone, it'll come down to a being with a spouse to just tell, listen, it's just better you and I just operate as working together and going and not being together. Because I can see that being strenuous or being strain, and it can be a holdback. And where I'm at right now in my life of salvation, did become more important. I tell you what happened with that, it'll make some of these people do better.
Yeah.
The fact that some are laying play with people that doing no good, it ain't helping them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm trying to help y'all out. Y'all playing around. A lot of us just looking at as long as I got somebody. They ain't worth it. Listen, if I got you, we're going to be here. It's important for me to make sure you're going to be functioning. I don't want no car in my yard that don't crank up. Somebody, man, tonight it don't run. You know what I be asking? Why you got it?
Right.
You gonna fix it?
Right.
No. Why wouldn't you fix it? I just let it sit right there. Why would you let your spouse sit there and not be working and not functioning? But you don't want no car here to look bad in your neighborhood. Folks will be looking and talking. What you think he's saying? You should be concerned. If you got it, it should be working. It should be functioning, especially when we get the word. Every one of us is important. And I'm trying to get us to a state to understand that man didn't just forgive him for no reason. He forgave him because of the fact of what Yahuwah did for him. Yahuwah y'all really sat down and consider how tube Yahuwah been. None of us in the state we should be in. Right. None of us. I know you might, I had more, yeah. But what was your mindset? What was your understanding? A lot of stuff I could trade out. If I traded the understanding I had for the money, I would have more money and I would be further away from Yahuwah.
Yeah.
It was a give and take. And then he challenged me on something without telling me, but then I come and see how it worked out for me. Is it the money? Is it your understanding? Is it your salvation? Everybody here, you got to get tested. That's why people go for a while. When the test comes and test, is it your salvation or is it other things?
Right.
Everybody got to get tested at that point. What is it? And you need to know for yourself, why are you standing? Ain't nobody just come have no conversation with me and get me off it. I want to repent. I got off and I was listening to. I assure you, that ain't my end. Listen, man, you can talk to her. Nothing moved me. Once you really get yourself settled, it's just something. I mean, it ain't because I'm sold. No, it's because of the fact it makes sense. It makes sense. Such stuff people won't even bring to me anyway. People are going to bring me in. It's a waste of time. And I appreciate Yahuwah for giving me that mind, but it wasn't without consequence. It wasn't without losses of things. You know what I'm saying? To get him, you don't just obtain it. But I just want to have, you got to give up though.
Yeah.
To have, you got to let go.
Yeah. True.
I would love to just be able to know his word like that. I know, and you're going to love to be able to give up what, some other things you got that keep you from knowing. Mm-hmm. You don't just know without giving up. Hello? Everything got consequences to it. Everything got sacrifices committed to it. It is. Everything. You don't get nobody no winner, don't make no sacrifice. I ain't doing that. You sacrifice. The things you set aside. The things things that you withdrew yourself from the more to pivot toward that one thing to become great at it. And that's what I look at doing for my salvation. I gotta make this work. I gotta make this work. That's it. I see why he didn't give me no other talent, because I try to perfect them. So I gotta perfect this. This is what he gave me. I gotta perfect this.
Yeah.
Now some people got multiple talents, so for them it might be a little more harder for them. I got so many other things I could do. No, one dimension when it comes to this. I appreciate that too. I don't want all them dimensions. I want to make sure I get this right. It's important for you to get it right too. It's important for you to be honest with yourself when you sit down and consider a lot of things you've been trying to do hasn't been practical because you hadn't really looked at from the standpoints that he did. Now when he talking to these guys, telling them don't be mad with themselves and upset, what was his mistake? He just got out of prison. He just come home with a pack of cigarettes rolled up in his teeth, had one of them jailhouse cross on. You the second highest ruler inside Mizraim. He looking, I got a wife, I got my kids. People look to me. I'm a visionary. And Yahuwah put you back here in a spot, in a time when nobody else had but me. And he was able, through his mind, through his understanding, realize, Yahuwah didn't just set me here for this, for myself. He set me here for you. So this great deliverance, because I sat in a place to where I can talk to the man, and the man can give you liberty.
Yeah.
I can give you life or death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can talk to the man and give me the authority to say, I can give you life. For them, death if you're not able to eat. Death for you too if you can't eat the word. He had the power to point, I can give you life and death. He realized, I don't just have this of myself. I had that call Yahuwah. He wants you to have a great deliverance. What you think they looked at? Wasn't no food nowhere but there. That's the only place to look to. Why you think Elohim got to take all these places down? So he'll be the only one we'll look to. You think they went to Mizraim any other way? No reason to go. If it wasn't for the famine, if it wasn't for the dirt that came up, why would I go to Mizraim? What you think brought you here? Because of the dirt.
Yeah.
Because of the scarcity. Yahuwah allowed these situations to come on everyone to bring it. I wouldn't have came no other way. I wouldn't have came no other way. It had to happen that way. Everything we done fought against and everything we keep trying to say, why my life, why my way? He finally came into an understanding why. It was so that great deliverance would come. Come on, finish this up. I know I ain't got long with y'all. Come on. 37, what verse you at now? Still on 6?
Are you on?
I mean
chapter
40. I'm sorry, 45. You should be in
Verse
45.
8.
Verse 8, come on. Let's roll
Now
through.
it was not you who should lock me here, but Elohim.
Listen.
And he has made me an Abba to Pharaoh and to a Adon of all his best.
You see what he did? He said he made me a father to him. Listen. Now get what happened. Get what we learned now. We learned that the son can become a father. That's what he just told us. He told us, on us a child born, on us a son was given.
Yeah.
And then he said he's going to be called the everlasting Abba.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Like, how you get this twist? You know, he said, because he looked to me.
Yeah.
You know what a son do? He looked to his father.
Right.
Yeah.
He said he done made me a father to him. See, we don't realize the son can become a father.
That's right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Even though he was begotten of Pharaoh to be put in that position. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
He said, I became a father to him. Listen,
And ruler over all the Arats of Mizraim.
listen.
Hurry and go up to my Abba and say to him, thus says your being Yusaph. Elohim has made me Adon of all Mizraim. Come down to me, do not delay.
See what he did? Well, that was important. You think he was going to come? Why would I come unless you rule? What are my chances of survival unless you rule? That's important for them.
Yeah.
Man, that's a scarcity. If you just a nobody, you just a regular person like me, how long we needed somebody who could sustain.
That's right.
Somebody had the power and the authority to be able.
Right.
Yahuwah trying to get to go with him. Why would I just go with him? You know, I'm just one of the regular boys. I ain't coming. He said, you tell my Adon to come. You tell my Abba to come. He said, he done made me a Adon over the whole of Ra.
Yeah.
That means I'm in authority. I'm going with Yahushua. I want to go with him because that's what it's for. Why would you have to tell me? Why don't you just say, I'm alive, come? That ain't enough. That ain't enough. I didn't know you hold position.
Right.
I didn't know your word carry weight. That when you say something, that's what we need to know about Yahushua.
Yeah.
When the man spoke to the Ma'im, they said, what? Mount on Mount, even the wind, the Kadim, and the Ma'im obeying. I'm going with a man got authority. I ain't just
Yeah.
going with nobody. That man, when I go into New Jerusalem, I'm only going because I know he in authority.
That's right.
Yeah.
Huh? That Yahuwah made him a done.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
You shall Kaid in the Arats of Goshen.
See what he told him? You should do what?
Kaid in the Arats of Goshen.
Listen.
And you shall be near me, you and your Beni, and your Beni, and your flocks, and your herds, and all that you have.
Listen.
There I shall also provide for you, for there are still 5 shanim of famine.
See that? Because there's still 5 years of dirt. Scarcity coming. Come on.
Lest you and your Beth and all that you would have be impoverished.
You see what happened? They were going to perish otherwise. If he didn't put them in the place we put them in, they were going to perish. Y'all know what? Why y'all think Yahuwah put us over in that place?
That's right.
We were going to perish if he
Yes,
put us
sir.
in the well.
That's right.
Listen.
Behold, your own see, and the own of my Ak Benjamin see, that it is my Pa which is speaking to you.
See that? You said it's my mouth speaking to you. Listen.
Now you must tell my Abba and all my splendor in Mizraim, of all my splendor in Mizraim,
Mm-hmm.
and all that you have seen, and you must hurry and bring my Abba down here.
Y'all didn't see what happened? This is what the 11 did. The 11 went back to testify about how he was done,
Yeah,
how he ruled over and what he
Yeah.
could make happen,
yeah,
how he fed them.
yeah,
That's what the 11 did.
yeah, yeah.
He said, you got to go. Why he ain't go tell them?
That's right.
He basically told them, behold, and you should be witnesses.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
They had to be witnesses.
That's right.
At it. They had to go and they had to testify to all
That's
they
right.
seen. He said, tell them of my splendor.
That's right.
When we read the writing, that's all they've been doing.
Yeah.
Tell them what you saw.
That's right.
When he said, furthermore, you receive to us, how y'all do what?
A lot.
So you can abound more and more.
Mhm.
He said, you know what commandment we gave you by our done?
That's right.
Yeah.
These were orders he was giving them.
Mm.
To go back and tell my Abba of all my splendor.
Yeah.
So he'll come.
Right.
Come on.
Then he fell on his Ak Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept on his neck.
Yes, sir.
He kissed all his Akim and wept on them, and afterward
he fell on the son of his days. Benjamin, that's the son of his days. And the son of his days whipped on, he added. That's what Joseph is. Joseph is, he added. Add. Why when he cried? He had added to him. He had added to the son of days.
Mm.
Listen.
he kissed all his Akim and wept on them, and afterward his Akim talked with him.
Mm-hmm.
Now when the news was Shammah in Pharaoh's bed,
What
saying
happened?
that Yusaph, Akim, had come,
See that?
it pleased the of Pharaoh
See that? It pleased the presence of Pharaoh. What happened?
and in the of his Abadim.
And in the of his servants.
Then Pharaoh said to Yusaph,
Do what?
say to your Akim, do this, load your beast and go to the Arats of Canaan,
Yeah.
and take your Abba and your Beth and come to me,
See, listen.
and I shall give you the best of the Arats of Mizraim,
Mm-hmm.
and you shall eat the fat of the Arats.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are ordered, do this, take you wagons from the Arats of Mizraim
And do what?
for your little ones
Mm-hmm.
and for your Nashim,
Mm-hmm.
and bring your Abba and come.
See that? Come on.
Do not concern yourselves with your goods,
Listen.
for the best of all the Arats of Mizraim, that it shall be to you.
See, that's the same thing for us to do. That's something he had to tell them for a reason. Let me ask you a question. Why would I leave my stuff?
That's tough.
Why would I leave my stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gotta get something better.
Unless you got something better.
That's right.
See, everything I'm told, I want to go to heaven. Nothing you say makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He just told them to do something.
Yeah.
Leave your stuff.
Yep.
Leave your stuff. He just told them first to seek that Malkut. You know what he told them? And all that be added to
That's
you.
right.
That's what Yosef was there for. He added.
Mhm.
It's-
See, everything that you hearing that said, these people had a real visual understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
They had been here and saw it, and they testified. He just told you think somebody's gonna tell me to come in and leave my stuff?
Right.
I ain't stupid. I ain't finna leave my stuff. For what? Not unless you got more than what I got.
Hmm.
These are the things that Yahuwah is trying to convince us of. This is my problem, your problem. A lot of us are still holding on to stuff.
Right.
Here, it's hard for you to get the way you got, what he going, he prepared for. It is. Yosef did the same thing Yahusha did. He went to prepare a place for him. And if he go, to receive him unto himself, that where he was,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
may
you
be
may
also.
also.
That's how they understood it.
Right.
They did not want Yahushua to go, but he had to leave. So did Yusaph.
Yep.
That's why he went there. He was preparing a place for him.
Yeah.
Huh? He said that you're going to be right over where I'm. He said, you're going to be right beside, and there I'm going to nourish you and your little one. It was essential. It was necessary. See, a lot of stuff you go through, if you don't know if it's necessary or not, then you don't really put the real effort into it. Let me tell you, we get up every day and we just kind of live. I sing y'all motivation speech out for a reason. I motivate myself. I do it like Dawood. I had to encourage myself.
Yeah.
I encourage myself. Let me go out how I got to prepare myself for the day.
Yeah.
Let me know. Put your pants on. We hitting. We hitting today. This is not a walkthrough. We hitting every day. Put your pants on.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. That's just better. You miss. Now y'all miss because you don't. You keep thinking, oh, you're going to do it. You're going to get your mind focused. You're going to set yourself so you can get understanding. You get understanding, that gives you the ability to be able to do.
Yeah.
Make you wise so you have a skill at how you do it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. All this being done had to be skilled. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Come on, finish this up. We got a conclusion. Come on.
Then the Beni of Yasharal did so, and Yusaph gave them wagons according to the Mizpah of Pharaoh, and gave them provisions for the journey. To each of them he gave each changes of garments, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of garments. To his Abba he shalak after this manner, 10 kamor loaded with the best things of Mizraim, and 10 female kamor loaded with grain and lakam, and substance for his Abba on the journey. So they shalak his Akim away, and as they departed, he said to them, do not quarrel on the journey.
You see that? Come on.
Then they went up from Mizraim and came to the Rats of Canaan to their Abba, Jacob. They told him, saying, Yusaph is still alive, and indeed he is Sar over all the Arats of Mizraim. But his Lab fainted, for he did not among them.
You ain't gonna believe that? You know why? Their words seem like idle tales. That's what they telling them. This is the same thing happened when they came back to tell the 11.
That's right.
That Yahushua had risen.
Right.
That's right.
They didn't believe it either.
Right.
See, you think you're so different. This is the same thing happened with him.
Yep.
They talking about old Down Thomas, but I'm gonna talk about Down Yosef, Yasharal. See that? Everybody, old Down Thomas, he don't believe that. What you gonna say about Down Yasharal?
That's right.
So what was the purpose? That's how important these addicts was. These witnesses that testify. And they brought back part of the property. The same thing happened when they came out. When he tried to tell them about the land of Canaan, they had to bring back the pari of it.
Yeah.
They took it. They broke off branches and they brought them back. They had big pomegranates and they had big, giant grapes. They brought them back. Listen, on tree land, that was Yahushua.
Yeah.
That's why they call him, that's why you call him the branch.
Yeah.
The Manessah. That's right, because he was bearing fruit. That's why they went to Canaan because it was bearing fruit. It could sustain them.
Yeah.
So they brought it back. They said this was the proof of it.
Right.
The same thing they did with Yahushua. That's what they brought him to. That was the proof of it. They were trying to show that the branch, it actually bear pari.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to help you out so you forget all your toils.
Yeah.
Trying to help you get into Manessah. Okay, don't worry about it. That's why the people were watching him. Don't worry, come on.
When they told him all the Dabarim of Yusaph that he had spoken to them, and when he saw the wagons that Yusaph had shalak to carry him, the Ruach of their Abba, Jacob, revived.
See that? That's how important it was, seeing that stuff. So this is for us. Our revival come in. Let's just be honest. Life got a way of beating you up, stripping everything you got. But when the word, and when you really start to weigh it out and see the word start working and line itself up, it revives it. Sometimes, man, I had well not slept. I'd have given up a long time ago if it weren't for the fact that I seen the word actually come and demonstrate it, just like he said it. Just like he said it. I was looking for every magic trick you can think of that happens, something different, miraculous. He said, no, it'll happen just like I said it. You just got to wait to watch it and see it come to pass, just like I said it. I did. I wanted something to happen, lift me up or something, or let me see something, or some light or blind me and give me back my sight or something to say it. So no, it'd be just like I said it. You know what I'm saying? It was purposed that way for a reason. Every now and then, we always try to look for something, and when you do, you kind of don't realize it gets you away from really looking at the validity of the word actually working exactly just like he told you. It's gonna work out just like he told you it's gonna work out. And sometimes you get a little flustered and frustrated because you want to see it happen, but in order to get that point, there's some things you got to do. A woman can't get pregnant and have a baby the same day, does she? No, it's gonna take some time. That's a cycle you got to go through. Same when it comes down to the word. That's a cycle you got to go through. For everything to come to a point and get to completion. But you always got to keep remembering to allow the word to dictate to happen. Making sure when you listen, you hear it, you're making sure you got a real good understanding. You can see, well, all this been predicated before we knew him and before him existing and before the 33 years of life that we saw. When we go back and he told you, search the writing, for in them you think you have a lump, he said, they're talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, talking about me, being sold. Everything they did, he said, all this was for me. All this was for your benefit. You know how easy it to feel like it's for everybody up and not you? It was for you. It was for you. You know what them guys were doing before knowing who Yusaph was? They started looking how their light had started coming back at them and started realizing all my stuff starting to come back up.
Yep.
Everything I did, he said, every time stuff went wrong, they said it was because of the lad.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all to leave them alone, but you wouldn't listen.
That's right.
They looked at all this has befallen us because of the lad. That's what we realize now, what happened to us now. It's because of the lad.
That's right.
Not only the things that come upon us destructive, but the salvation of yours. It's been because of the lad. Listen, the same thing they blame the lad for, the same lad was the one that came to deliver.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell them the reason everything fall upon me because of what I did to the lad. The reason things don't happen for me now, the way it is working out my Yeshua, it's because of the lad.
Yeah.
See, on the behalf of Yahuwah, it's not only giving us the reign with him.
Suffer.
See, that's how they understood Yosef. They suffered with him too. That's how they reigned with him. See, this is what you got to look at too. To be a partaker of this deliverance, you also got to suffer with it. You got to be able to walk through the same peculiar situation without doubt and without wavering. See, we got a better way. We get to read like how how Yasharal didn't believe, how he doubted. Took all these things to come and enhance his belief toward. With us, we get to read what people fell short and what people went and people believed when it didn't seem feasible to, yet kept a confidence with. So all that got a way of coming to build us to say, I got to believe when I don't see it immediately, I got to make sure I don't ever doubt it.
That's right.
See, that built me up. The writer, I ain't realize you thinking something gonna come. No, I gotta learn from all these different experiences that people had. Looking at when stuff happen to you and people happen, it ain't the people having you the way it working. It only happen because you're who alive.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now I start looking at how I gotta look at people when things happen and stuff. It's because you're who alive.
Yes, sir. That's it.
It's because if I don't get that mind, I find myself in a lot of fights and a lot of hurt. A lot of him, everybody says, well, I don't want to think about him doing nothing bad. If it work out to my salvation, how was it bad?
That's right.
If I keep both my legs, both my eyes, both my arms, and I go to Sheol. If I lose my legs, or I lose one of my eyes, or I lose both my arms, and keep my eyes, my leg, and I be saved, what do I lose? Because it worked to my salvation.
Yeah.
But if I keep it all and don't make it, see, I lost everything. See that? Because all that going to Sheol. But if I lost my sight and it caused me to become impaired, but it enriched me where I look more to put my dependence on Yahuwah to see my way through. Did I really lose my sight or did I gain my sight? See? Sometimes because what you see, the reason you can't see.
Right.
Because Yahushua said, tell them to see and don't see. Some of it because you hear. That's why you don't hear. Huh?
Yep.
I'm just being honest. And all that started to come down to how you believe. That's what we've been trying to get to, how you believe. Just get that 46 right quick, that book. I'm trying to get down to a point. I'm trying to get y'all out and get y'all done. I'm going to get you out of here. But I want to make sure, main thing, I want to get you out of here and I want to get you to him. That's the purpose of what we're doing. Anybody trying to rush out here and trying to make sure we rush to get to him. I'm being honest with y'all, we behind.
Yeah.
We come out this moonhead. We ain't come out this moonhead to go backward. We came up so we go ahead.
That's right.
That we're looking, examining, thoroughly making sure you understand. Because everyone will get in a situation where you're going to get challenged, you're going to get tested, and when you do, you got to stand.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm looking at, man. I got to stand now.
That's right.
There ever been a time I got to plant my feet and set my mind? It's today.
Yes, sir.
I'm being honest. Y'all, I've been guilty. I've been guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I've been guilty, but I ain't guilty no more. It's time to make sure, man, you got to put every effort you got to make sure you saved above everything. Come on.
46.
Yeah, we're going to
So-
read that. Come on.
So Yasharal set out with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered Zabak to the all of his Abba Yaskat.
Mm-hmm.
Elohim spoke to Yasharal and Kazun of the Layla and said, Yakob, Yakob, and he said, Here I am. He said, I am the all of your Abba.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be afraid to go down to Mizraim, for I shall make you a Gadol Gui there. I shall go down with you to Mizraim, and I shall also surely return you, and Yusaph shall put his yard upon your own.
So
Then-
let me ask you, why would Yahuwah tell him to go down to Mizraim and don't be afraid?
Because he was
You
told,
know,
don't
yeah.
go.
He wasn't going to go.
Yeah.
He was afraid.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter what he saw. So you know what that tell me? This is the same man that wrestled with Amalekite
That's right.
and overtook him.
Uh,
He was afraid.
Oh.
Interesting. Same man that pushed a stone from over the well of water, take people that he did, and then roll it back. Afraid. Just curious. Same man that had Kazun and took a rock and Mashiach the rock and said, this is nothing but the Beth Elohim. Same man. Same one, Yahuwah told him to go back to the Beth of his Abba house. Yahuwah gonna be, this the same man.
Mhm.
He was afraid to go.
Mhm.
Why do people act like that's so amazing for us? You're a human being, why wouldn't you have fear?
That's right.
Guess what? Through Yahuwah's word and becoming the scripture writing for us, that give us comfort.
That's right.
You know how many things I have to face I'm afraid of? We all gonna do that. But you know, when you say you don't have no fear, that don't make sense. Yahusha wasn't saved. Why was he running to get away from them people?
Mhm.
He was afraid for his life.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. He was afraid for his life. But the confidence of the word, I told y'all before, this is what you gotta stop fighting. Quit trying to make up something. I gotta have all the fear I had, but I gotta have the obedience. That's how I overcome my fear.
Mhm.
You don't give it. Don't listen to these people. Man, ain't scared of nothing. Get away from them. They stupid. That's stupid. I'm not getting no car. Nobody ain't afraid of nothing. Get out, man. I'd rather get an Uber. I know they stink. I'm saying, why would you get it? Why you need fear? He said that's where your wisdom started at.
That's right.
Fear.
Yep.
That's the beginning of wisdom. Your
That's it.
fear. He said you need to fear me. But when the word comes, that's when he's looking to show you the power of the word, that you actually operate in the word versus your fear. I feel keeping from a lot of stuff. I said, come on, man, let's go put $4,000. And you said, man, please. No. What, man, I'm scared I might lose it. Normal. You feel. You lose, how you gonna get it back if that's all you got? Why would you do it? But the word comes. Said, put everything you got on it.
Hmm.
He said, I wouldn't normally do this. But see, that's when we let the operation of the word come in and start the mandate. I just used the money. Said, I'm not gonna ask you for no money, but I'm just telling you how we operate. Got it? The fear of is still there. It's the compliance. The word, whatever the words say, that's my confidence. This is like sometimes why. I know a hard for y'all don't obey the husband. He might get over on you and stuff like that. He can't get over you if you're doing what Yahuwah told you.
Right.
It can't. It's no way possible. I don't care what he's doing. It's gonna work for you too, especially if you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
That's all. I feel like that. Feel like, you can't, people see you soft, like they see what they'll take advantage of you. They couldn't. They're gonna be doing what they're supposed to do. Because Yahuwah shalaks you for a purpose. When I tell you I don't need y'all, he shalaks you there for a purpose. I did. Feel like people don't. Man, I'm telling you something. It be people working on it. Work for many people work for my fall and my demise. I tell them they still do the opposite of do it. I still have to keep moving. Because they can't do no more than what Yahuwah let them.
That's right.
That's my confidence.
Yeah.
That being honest, y'all be surprised what people do. We'll be moving this way.
Mhm.
That's just, you got to keep moving this way. That's why, man, I got late. I spend a lot of time with people. Wasting time with people, I can't keep fooling around with that stuff. I look at, you're supposed to do what you're doing, I'm supposed to do what I do. Y'all got it? That's why I realized he put a light to shine well. Any act people do that's a dark act, what I got to do? I gotta shine. That's what we gotta be on. I've been guilty of it. I can get a little dog too now. Okay, cut that light off. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? And that's the problem. What I had to do that?
Turn the light out.
Don't worry about it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
If I do it, you know what I gotta do, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said, don't turn it off, leave
That's
it
it.
on. That makes sense.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I've been guilty of. You know how you pull your light hand wheel a little bit right there? You know now you have to pull that light a little bit right there. I've been guilty. Unscrew, take that whole little sock out. What you trying to do? Got a whole plug in mine and took it out the wall. I've been there. I appreciate you for showing me where I've been so I can make sure he said, you can't get to where you're going, though.
Right.
See, that's what you got to wear. How much of what you're doing going to keep you from where you're going? And I realized that a lot of stuff was going to keep me from where I was going. I'm removing it. I'm getting rid of it. I look at, man, I can't afford to get myself tired. I got to get myself minded. I got to always stay minded. I got to always make sure I'm keeping consistency. This is my salvation. Above other stuff I love, above other stuff I might want to do, my salvation got to be permanent. Y'all don't see it tonight, okay? It's in the faster than what you're thinking. These people not, listen, the wheels are already in motion for the destruction of Jerusalem. It's already in motion. They're not going to be able to solve it. It's too far gone. What Iran want is no way. Iran want, y'all tell me it's possible that you've been complete compensation for everything. Y'all, who knows? America do that? Compensate them for everything that they lost. Lift all sanctions, unblock everything, restrictions, and let them do full free trade on the world market. How many of y'all know that's impossible? You hear what I mean? It's no way. There's no way they're going to let them get it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because thus say Yahuwah.
Right.
Yahuwah done put the wheels in motion for all this stuff to get destructed and to be destroyed. Y'all going to see it. Make no mistake. You're going to see it. It's better than what they tell you. These people not going to tell you. These people in the uproar. I forgot one country. They just showed. I tell Ireland. Y'all seen Ireland? They don't know, do they? You ain't seen Ireland? Ireland took to the street. They're taking the government over. You know why you don't see it? Them white people. Them white people. Ireland done. Ireland took to the street. Everybody out. They taking out Parliament. Everybody. What y'all think gonna happen when everybody watch this? Ireland said they tired of what's been going on with their government. They tired of restrictions. They tired of being in poverty. What y'all think gonna happen when everybody see that? It's white people. They'll show us Africa.
Yeah.
They'll show us they'll show us everywhere I cut the food. They won't show you they do this.
Nope.
They ain't no foreign language. They speak English. People tired. People tired. These folks not finna stop this. Listen, wheels in motion. American people, everybody thought the American people would have took off for everybody else. America, listen, they done got a hand. White folks did all that talking. Where they at? They ain't did nothing. That man done stripped everything out of here.
Everything.
They rather tear their place over Joe Biden.
Yup.
January the 6th, there they at down there. Where they at?
Yup. Joe.
April the 10th, nowhere. Gas skyrocketing. Jobs gone. Stock market crash. Everything gone. White folk going, but he doing a good job. He trying to clean up everything Sleepy Joe did. They can't lie to themselves for so long.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
White people, we know you. You can't sit much longer.
That's right.
White people gonna break out. They can't take there's so much of that. They gonna lie to themselves so long. See, a lot of them already came out. Candy Orange, she white.
Yup. Yup.
Now, everybody come trying to tell you.
Yep.
Megan Kelly.
White.
All the white folks Alex Jones.
Yup.
All the great white hopes done came out on. Oh, they pissed.
Yes, sir.
They tell them get rid of it. They say get rid of it. Listen, they come back on them.
Yes, sir.
They know they feuding other white people too. Carlton Pearson.
Yes, sir.
Same people.
Same thing. Same thing.
Miss Sherman, other. It don't make no difference. Right? It don't make the same with Carlton Pearson. It's the same people. What's that boy?
Tucker Carlson.
Carlton Pearson, Tucker Carlson. Same people. Ain't that right? Pierre Brunson, all them cutting up.
Yeah.
007.
Anyway,
everybody give me, what's the other name?
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, it's the same thing. Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Everybody cutting up. Sean Connery.
That's right.
Everybody going on. Ain't that right? Even Elvis, but he a slave. He can't do that. He's still a slave. You know, you gotta kind of look at. They just gave him a title. What they name him? What they made him?
Night.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. It's some stuff I can't let white folks say to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying y'all making fun of me. Yeah, walking you a black man saying you a knight. I'm saying, what you mean when you say that? Use it in a sentence.
Got a point.
Cause sometimes you might be getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that you gotta know when you've been insulted.
Yeah.
Well, come on, put this up and let y'all go. Come on. You tired, Mike? You should be. You hungry? You just ate. How much? I know you did. Go ahead. Go and eat no more. I know that commandment ain't gonna work. That's just a wasted commandment. Go ahead.
Then Yaakov, Coon from Beersheba, and the Beni of Yasharal carried their Abba Yaakov and their little ones and their Nashim in the wagons which Pharaoh had shalak to carry him.
Mm-hmm.
They took their livestock and their property, which they had acquired in the Rats of Canaan, and came to Mizraim, Yaakov and all his descendants with him. His Beni with him, his Banut and his Beni Banut, and all his Tuladat he brought with him to Mizraim. Now these are the Shem of the Beni of Yasharal, Yaakov and his Beni who went to Mizraim. Reuben, Yaakov firstborn.
Jump on down and get down when Yusaph start talking again. You ain't got to go through all the names, all of them that went down through there. They're going to give us about 70 of them in it. It's still going through them? Okay. Okay, 29. So this is the end of it? Give me 47. Come on, 47 once I get through. Been a while. There's a purpose to it. Listen.
Then Yusaph went in and told Pharaoh and said, my Abba and my Akim and their flocks and their herds and all that is theirs have come out of the Arats of Canaan. And behold, they are in the Arats of Goshen. He took 5 Anashim from among his Akim and presented them before Pharaoh. Then Pharaoh said to his Akim, what is your occupation?
That's what he asked.
So they said to Pharaoh,
what did they say?
Your Abadim are Ra'ah of flocks, both we and our are both. They said to Pharaoh, we have come to sojourn in the Arats, for there is no pasture for the flocks, which belong to your Abadim. For the famine is severe in the Arats of Canaan. Now, therefore, please let your Abadim Kai in the Arats of Goshen.
And what happened?
Then Pharaoh said to Yusaph, saying, your Abba and your Akim have come to you. The Arats of Mizraim is before your Pani. It is in the best of the Arats that you cause your Abba and your Akim to Kai. Let them Kai in the Arats of Goshen.
That's good. Jump back right quick there, 46:29. Listen. We got back at 46:29, might be 30. Start at 30. Come on. 46:30. Listen.
Then Yasharal said to Yusaph,
what is he saying?
Now let me move, since I have seen your Pani, that you are still Kai. Yusaph said to his Akim and to his Abba, Bet, I shall go up and tell Pharaoh, and shall say to him, my Akim and my Abba Bet, who were in the Arats of Canaan, have come to me.
What about it?
And the Anashim are Ra'im of flocks, for they have been Anashim of livestock, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they have. And it shall be when Pharaoh call you and says,
so then it's going to be when Pharaoh asks you, when he called you and he say,
what is your occupation? You shall say, your Abadim have been Anashim of livestock from our youth, even until now.
Mm-hmm.
Both we and our abode, that you may kai in the arats of Goshen.
Mm-hmm.
For every ra'ah of flocks is loathsome to the Mizrites.
Mm-hmm. They're repulsive to them. What happened?
That's the end.
So that's important. So reason why we went here and it took a little while, if y'all remember in 1 Thessalonians 4:1, he said, furthermore, you received of us how you ought to walk.
Yes, sir.
So you can please who?
Elohim.
So you can abound where?
More and more.
Well, you know what?
But one Mr. gave
By
to
who?
you. Elohim.
By who? Our Adon. That's what he was. Yosef, when they're done, he just taught them how to walk. When he asks you what's your occupation, you're going to tell him that you're Ra'im. That's what you've been your whole life.
Yeah.
And it's because they are repulsive, and he's going to put you in the best of the land. See, this is what you look at. You know what Yahusha told y'all? You don't know this. He said you're going to be hated of all men
Mm-hmm.
because of your occupation.
Mm.
What land they going to put you in?
Best.
See, a lot of stuff work you just don't know. So people don't realize certain things we do put us in situations where people tend to hate us.
Yep.
You know, he told Timothy that and that from a, what was it?
Yeah.
What is he known?
Known to
But I was
Padash
kicked the beans.
See, it's repulsive. He's been doing it ever since he was coming up, but it was able to make him wise under Yeshua. See, some of y'all probably went to sleep, but it's important to pay attention. It's patterns that they follow. He was letting them know this is something they've been keeping from their youth. While hated by them, it allowed them also be placed in a place of safety where they become more productive, where you could grow. Yahuwah put us in a place where we could grow. When we was out among these people, just how much growing was you doing? When it come down to your understanding on how to live. Come on, we just woke up to die. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how to live. I just know how to wake up and die. Didn't realize, you thinking the sunshine was a good day, the rain out there's a bad day. I didn't realize that all these things had reasoning to them. It just looked like I wanted all sunny good days because that's when you can have fun and you needed that rain. He said, I'll give you the first and the latter rain. Things I never understood. Why seasons, why times had to change. Because to everything, it's a season.
Right.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
It's a time to everything we do, and we just missed it. But you start looking at how they had to look at it based off of relationships. When Yahuwah give you these things that we have to do and mandate how you dress, how you act, how you eat, how you conduct, what days you keep, it's going to put you in a place where you're going to be repulsive with people. But we're looking at being in the best of the land.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
I know we kind of went around, we talked about a lot. This is what I'm Palani Yahuwah. That we really sit down and get the real, just plain gist of what we need so everybody can be a partaker of the Ra Shyth. And a lot of it has happened that we hadn't because we really hadn't had full understanding how things work. If you look at when Pharaoh sent them out to go to Mizraim, what did he send them with? Chariots. To do what? To bring them back. And what they brought back? Family. What was there? What did they name some of the stuff they had? The who? The cattle. The little ones. That's the same way they were leaving out. That's the same way they left out. When they left out with their livestock and their little ones.
Yeah.
He was setting them up. No, the same way that you were coming in, you going out. That's a confidence we got. See, I'm a person, I don't like to lose, but you're not going to lose. You're going to go out, you're going to come in just the way you came out. You're going to go back out this place the same way you came in it. And it's important for us to know that, to realize that when you really get this relationship, I'm starting to really get, I don't have to feel this stuff the way, I'll be honest with y'all, I really feel a lot of stuff. I ain't realized it. I need money so I can survive. I gotta have a lot of, I gotta have, if I don't get it, I'm done. I'm being with you, I ain't gonna be able to pay my bills. How many of y'all the same way? You ain't gonna be able to pay your bills. I ain't gonna be, you know how many people who are let get money and ain't enough to pay their bills? He had to break me down and show me it's not because of what you do, it's what I provide for you.
Yeah.
It's what I provide for you. I'll be honest, and I was guilty. If you'd have asked me, I'd have said right here in your face, I'd have lied. I wouldn't have lied, purposely lie. I'd have lied because I really didn't know. I didn't. I felt everything I did, I had to do it. I wouldn't be able to survive. I wouldn't have. I had to go the way I go too. Otherwise, I won't have nothing. I did. Ain't gonna tell no lie. That's what I thought. I did. It's all on me. No, it's all on him. He proved it. When he took on his death, it wasn't just for my sin. It was for my well-being. This was for my health. Come on. Yeah, that be honest with y'all. I go to the grocery store. What salvation can do me? I'm in that line. I got to pay for the groceries. What can I do with it? I need a car, go to college. What they going to give me when I tell I'm saved? What they give me? It's a saved car? All them cars call money, you got credit. Everything you got. That's how it operates. And Yahuwah put things in a way and a fashion, let me come back and say, I provide. That's what he tried to show Abraham. I provide. See, Abraham got to see something different than we saw. He got to saw provision from him. He ain't just, you can call him the Abba or Amanah, but let's just be practical. It was because he was tested to see it. He had to be tried. It wasn't he just started off just believing. You had to be put in a situation. And even when he did all that, left from his father's house, went and delivered them from, brought back the Malaks of Sodom and Gomorrah, all that he did. All the stuff he did and brought back the goods and all the people, all that. Yahuwah didn't say he believed until he got rid of off of his own bed. He said, now I know. One when he went and fought those people. One when he left. Could have been a situation where you ready to go anyway. I'm a man, got my wife. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna have something, I need to really gotta get on my own. He said, I want you to take what you love. That's where everybody here come up short, including me. I want you to take what you love. We done took what we love. And what we took what we love, we took our love from you. He just wanted to make sure that boy wasn't gonna hamper what he told him to do. You know how many people we let God in our life, if we be honest? How many things in all of our lives, all of us, that the truth be told, it'll make us hesitate. I just want to be sure. Oh, I believe I'll do it. I just want to make sure I do it the way he told me to do it. That's what Abraham was not known for. He was known for, that's what he told me to do. That's what I'll be doing. That's why he established his berith with him. People, what we do doesn't cause a berith to come. See, all these writing came to kind of be an affirmative, to affirm for us exactly what it was Yahuwah instructed for us. All the writings and all the situations you read, none of that was for them. All that was for us. None of it. It wasn't for them. It was for us. For you and your children, all of them will fall. That's what he did it for. All those will fall. That's what that seed was to do. It was going to stimulate everybody from that point forward. He was trying to get us to see the value of what he said, but above everything, man, who ain't afraid to lose? Who can afford to lose? Nobody. But you got to in order to gain. You got to in order to gain. It's a sacrifice. Understand it. A living sacrifice. Understood a dead sacrifice. You take a live animal, you kill it, you put it up, and then you can do all this stuff to it. It can allow us, and then you can burn it. Everything you do to you can take the kidney out of it. What dead animal gonna get up and say, oh man, that's my kidney. Oh, you made me pay again. Don't touch that. No, I'm dead. He said, I want you living. I want you living. I want you living when you do what you got to do. That's what Yahusha became for. We look at him being that offering on the tube. Then we look at what he exemplified while he was living, abstaining. Showing man got a chance. He not all bad. He just had nobody that came and really showed. He said, if I had not come and showed it to him, he said, but now, when it came in, it took away all our excuses. That's all I had was book excuses. I ain't gonna lie, all I had was excuses. Rationale that were only good for me that he never accepted. And I appreciate you, because I'm so grateful he didn't send me no false rule out to make me say, that's true. You gotta say that you can still be saved. As long as you mean well and your heart is good, your initial intent is to help, it don't matter. I appreciate you for everything. He never gave me that spirit. I appreciate it. He didn't give me no spirit I can quit, fail, and start back. Never gave it to me. I appreciate it. If you quit, you quit. That's on you. That's on you. I wouldn't take you back. I appreciate it. I lived out wanting people to feel sorry for me, empathy, take me back when I was wrong. He said, I wouldn't do it. Not once I cleaned you up. Not once I put your feet on a solid rock. He said, you be a fool, you move from there. I appreciate it. Made me stand the battle. And I understand it wasn't for me. Like Yahucha said, I know he heard me. He always heard me. But for the sake of them that stood by, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It ain't for me. But it took situation to get to that point. And we having that conversation. Because everybody keeps thinking somebody got more than they got, in a sense. Just like you're doing life with things. Listen, the ability he gave you is enough for you to be saved. He needs your money. Money went by. Why do you think he gave back the 30 pieces of silver? Because it wouldn't make sense to say, for much as you know you were not redeemed with corruptible things of silver and gold. What did they give Yehuda?
30 pieces.
And you know what he did? He said, get it back to the Father. Ain't that right? He said, cast it to them. Because I plan on not redeeming you with that.
Right.
But with the precious stone. That's the only way we can see the value of it. If he'd have took the 30 pieces of silver, what you think be the most valuable thing of?
Yeah.
Silver. Because that's what he took. Told him to cast that back to him. He showed her how precious life was of him. You need to know that. You need to know that. You need to know how precious your life is. If his life was that valuable, right? Think about this. His life was that valuable, right? To redeem all of us. Exactly, what's your worth? Because I gave all that up for you. See? A lot of us don't think nothing about ourselves. That's part of the reason why you keep sinning. You're nothing but a sinner anyway. You got to get out that mindset. It's the way you got to operate. Think about it. As valuable, as much as he loved him, as great as he was, he gave him up for you. So what's your real value? See? Never thought about it like that, did you? Greater, do we not all agree he great? Good dog. And he gave him up for you. What did that say about you? You know he looked at? I'll give him up for all of y'all. And he had to find something that could measure out to cover that many people. With all the gold in the earth, with all the oil in the earth, with all the whatever minerals they got in the earth, there's only one thing could do it. That was the life of this man, what he demonstrated. Only thing made his blood so valuable was just the life he lived. Listen, when we offered up offerings, and I'm going to let y'all go, you're willing. We offered up offerings. The difference was when we offered up an offering, when it came down to animals, was what they displayed. Crooked spine, a hoof defected, an eye left out, a leg that might be shorted. Couldn't have no defects. That's what we found out about you. And that was, remember, that was the offer for you. He said, whatever going to be offered for you, couldn't have nothing wrong with it.
All right.
So if Yahushua became ours about, what do we know? Couldn't be none. That's why Paulo told her, I find no faults in him. That's what they did. They examined him. No fault. Think about this. That was to redeem all of us. No fault. Think about this. Did we have faults? Yes, and a lot of us still got them. But to get us to a perfection, because of how much he had for us, he had to prepare one man that would be willing, that could demonstrate zero faults. Just so he can get us back to him. All that to get us back to him. What kind of love is that?
Yeah.
What kind of a harbor is that? To tell us how much he'll harbor him. He even told us that the harbor love. He said he'll harbor me somewhere. He said he showed me everything he do. How many of y'all he showed y'all everything he do? Whoever showed y'all everything he do? No. That's because he'll harbor him so much. But then he said, I harbor you so much, I showed him all that, I let him did all that, and I gave him up for you. The reason why I had that conversation, the reason you devalue yourself is so you're making an excuse to continue to commit sin. I know what you're doing. You want to use that excuse. You wouldn't do it if you knew what you really knew.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it. I know it's easy to do it. I mean, you're probably going to be saved anyway. You don't have that mindset of you not committing sin. You don't do that if you're not veering off, you're not doing something you ain't got no business. I know you're doing it. It's just a natural occurrence. That's why you got to think differently. You got to see the real value and how much he saw you for. The fact that he gave him up for you, for me, that says a lot about your value.
Yeah.
That you hadn't thought nothing about. I appreciate him being that great. Him being that great and him giving him up for me show how much he actually loved me.
Yeah.
But store all his ahaba on one, then take it off of him and say, you know what he said? I give him up for you. How much I harbor you? I love my money. Okay? It's hypothetical. I love my money. $20 million, how much you love it? Nobody want a little $20 million. All these folks now, they,
Oh yeah.
man, my hand up in my heart. Everything, $20 million. Nobody want to hop for $20 million, man. 20 million.
Oh, yeah.
Said you want a little $20 million. Well, I said a lot of stuff. Just do what I say, don't do what I say. I had to tell Tim. I told Tim to do something, he did something. I said, who told you to do 30? He said, I'm just doing what you told me. I said, Tim, you do what I say and stop doing what I say.
Yeah.
Folks so hard-headed. But anyway, yeah. But I'm just saying, naturally, you got $20 million. Let's just be honest. I'm going to love that money.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm telling you, let me say this now. Only reason I'm going to love it, not because of paper, what it allows me to be able to do.
Yeah.
It allows me to go. It allows me to be able to buy. It allows me to find. It allows me something. Y'all got what I'm saying? That's why you got to love it. You ain't going to love it because I love the picture of it, or the numbers that's written on the box. It's because of what it can do and what it allows me to do and to become. That's what you look at with Yahusha. But then I tell you, I'll get that $20 million up for you. When I look at all of what this can do, right? All of what this can accomplish, all of what this can do for me, but I'll give it up for you. What does that say about you? Yeah, I'm not that wouldn't make sense just to quit. I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't go nobody like just say, Dan, you got $20 million, I got 20. Hey man, let's trade $20 million. We ain't did nothing. We ain't done nothing. I'll give him $20 million if I get something worth more than $20 million. So if he gave up Yahusha, what did he get?
Mm. Oh.
Because I know your real value. I don't get ready to let y'all go. I know y'all tired now. This ain't what you wanted, but this the way we're gonna be moving. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be pushing to make sure we get on board with this and make sure we get this right. You can't afford to sit here another 5 years or 8 years or 18 years and not get it. And it'll be a shame. And we're not gonna do it. We're gonna make sure we get it. These young people, we're gonna make sure they get it, everybody. Whatever we gotta do, whatever time we gotta do to make sure we get it, everybody in. Stop counting yourself out, start counting yourself in. Stop trying to use them same old quit excuses, decisions you keep making, so you have an excuse to justify how you feel. It's time to do something different, every one of us. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Took to see you, Robin. That my friend Robin went out there on the beach. She said she had to go on the